hosting the argument, and we are here at the Capitol building here, where you see students are protesting here for their teacher benefit.
Good day, good day. Hi, how are you, Mr. Gilman? How are you today, man? How's everything? How's Florida, the Sunshine State?
Beautiful, man. Welcome. Come on back to Florida and relax a little bit.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. We wanna come there. We wanna come there. Have a nice time there. Yeah, the weather here also have changed too.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we'll come there. We're gonna come there and have some fun there.
Excellent.
But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot been happening today all over the place, and we've just been running around and see what's going on. But every day, Liberia is getting interesting. Every day is getting interesting, you know. Every day, Liberia in the news. There's some protests, some stuff going on. I don't know who's in control over there now. Everything getting different, but we following the development. As usual, what's on your mind, Mr. Gilman? Tell me what's going on your end.
Well, the protests for the MCSS students and the brutalizing, the beating of the children is a serious thing. While I still have teachers in the classroom, and they call them volunteer teachers, and these people are not being paid, and those who are on the payroll are not receiving their salary regularly. Now the people have decided to go slow. The students are not learning. So do they have the right to protest? I think they do. And Gregory Coleman's response, as usual, from the old school, if you shoot one person or you beat one person and other people see it, they will run. That is the mentality from the old days, way back policing. If you beat the first two people and the other people see it, they will run. It's pathetic. I mean, we are talking about going back to the 60s. Community policing now is dialogue and seeing the issue ahead and addressing it before it gets to that point. These children, the teachers have been talking about this thing for a whole week. You think the IGU have gone, met with the student union, met with the teachers association and said, listen, guys, how can we amicably resolve this issue? Instead, they allow to get to this point. Children all over the place. I don't think the police even care about their own image. What was being played on international stage, on social media, to see students beaten up, falling out. I mean, it's terrible. Something has to be done. I don't know what is going on in Liberia.
It's sad though, but you know, to be honest with you, I know one of our guys was out there today. Myean was out there. If in the studio, Myean, I want you to come up and tell us your experience today out there. Myean, can you please come up? He was I want Myean to come and assist because he was on the scene. He covered the protest. So yes. Myean, I want Myean, if you can come and share your experience with us. Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. He will come and share what he covered it. I didn't. I was in getting a lot of calls today, so I couldn't really focus on watching the protest. But I saw bits and pieces, and I saw someone. I think a student was hurt. I think. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what the police issued a statement already about it.
I've been scouting the network. I didn't see anything. Not yet. I was just on Front Page Africa. I was on the Daily Observer. I didn't see anything yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think our friend Martin Colley also carries something on his page.
Okay.
Why does President Waka need more than 10 advisors when he is still pending over $4 million on consultancy and special services? I mean, you talk about presidential advisor, Busha Ben Keita, legal advisor, Samuel Kofi Wu, security advisor, Magdala Cooper, political advisor, Augustine Conant, senior advisor, Sir Johnny, economic advisor, Molly Kamara, economic advisor, George Wiley, advisor on foreign affairs, Charles Snyder, ambassador advisory, Jane Earl Keawan, youth advisor, and several ambassadors are allowed to serve in those positions as well. And their consultancy services, 2024, $919,361. For 2025, so far, $520,000. 2024, another $1.4 million in consultancy. I mean,
so give me no. This is sad, and that's why people. And for me, right? The whole thing was about removing another government that they accuse of being corrupt and insensitive and incompetent, right? They accuse, say, well, we are and the CDC, they should get out of power because they were against the interest of the Liberian people. But then you come to power, and this is what we see. I mean, look at this. And the students are crying, protesting because of the teachers. Okay? Because of the teachers.
The kids go to class, and there's no teachers there.
Yes. I mean, well, anyway, quickly, Myean, good to see you again. And thank you for your reporting today. I think you did an excellent job. But share us about the protest today. What you witnessed? Myean, you live. I hope my picking up. I hope my picking up.
Can you hear us?
Myean, can you hear us?
I think is he outside the studio?
It's kind of cracking.
Yeah.
Okay, the network is bad.
Yeah, your man sometimes say you gotta upgrade. Gotta upgrade, Myean. Upgrade.
Go ahead, Myean.
But he covered the protest today.
Hello.
Yeah, Myean, we can hear you though.
Well, I'm facing some technical problem.
We hearing you though.
You getting me?
Yeah.
Let me log out and log in by myself.
Okay, go ahead. So yeah, Mr. Gimmet, like that. Look. Can you imagine? For fiscal year 2024 and 25, celebration and commemoration, $1.4 million.
That's right.
Yeah, for food and catering.
Unknown caller.
For food and catering. You got 239,000. Okay. Therefore, oh my God. Then you come to the consultants then. I mean, look, this is what we call public waste. This public waste. Myean, you hear us now? Myean, you hear us?
I think you got audio problem.
Myean's still struggling. I mean, the president got all these advisors.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm getting you now.
Okay, Myean, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I want to say thanks for for the protest you
Yeah,
covered this
man.
morning, the student protests. You hear me, right? Are you hearing me?
Hello.
I'm hearing you, Myean. I'm hearing you.
You come.
Auntie Myean, I think is
Wow.
struggling. But anyway,
Eh?
I can hear you, but do you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you
but
hear me?
it's like it's breaking. I'm not hearing you.
Oh, okay. But then call my telephone.
But can you hear me?
I'm hearing you
Yeah,
loud
I
and
can hear
clear.
you. Can you text him?
Yeah,
Hello.
Myean. If you can hear us, then do it by the phone. Call on the phone.
So you can call me on WhatsApp. You can call me. Let me call you on WhatsApp.
Call me on WhatsApp. So yeah.
No, I'm not getting. Let me call you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, call.
Let me call you on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Myean, you can hear me now, right? You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm getting you now.
Okay, Myean, good to hear from you, man. We will be. I want to say thanks for this morning. I think I saw you on at the protest. But share with us what happened. Give us at least an update, an overview of what happened this morning during the protest. Tell us more and where we are right now. You are live.
Okay, thank you ever so much. So this morning we got the information that the students will be protesting at the grounds of the Capitol building and that of the executive mansion. So when we got the information, our first concern was what really the students are gathering to protest about. So when we reached on the scene, we met some students lying down on the quota before the executive mansion. And we asked them, what's the cause of you guys lying down here? And according to them, they said that they want the government to pay their teachers' salaries. So we saw some teachers who were on the scenes and putting some of them into place, telling them not to do anything that will go extra mad or to fight the police, but rather the day of peaceful protest. But before the protest could come to an end, we saw some students from the University of Liberia campus who came out saying that the police disrupted their exam because they were writing meeting. So because of that reason, the students disrupted their class and they came outside trying to throw stones, and that was increase the protest to another level today.
So, students that were protesting, which school they came from?
What?
Which school the students came from? Which school?
They are from the GW Gayson High School on the Capitol Bypass.
So, how did the protest go? I mean, the police. I heard the police. The police responded. Student was throwing. They said student was throwing rocks.
Before the protest could come to an end today, we can confirm that 3 students within my present, 3 students were arrested, and from what I saw, one of the students were badly treated by the Liberia National Police, and I also captured that scene. One of the police officers even attacked me in a point that I had to zoom from distance to capture that scene where he dragged the students in a uniform, dragging him to the Liberia National Police headquarters, and 2 of the other students, that's one male, one female, also they were arrested and taken to the Liberia National Police. So the president of the student union, he was giving the petition, and according to the students' body, they said that if the police cannot release their police, the president should not read the petition. So the House of Representatives sent 3 persons, which was on a young phone, and that on a reminder that's Prince 2 from most welcome district number 8, and that one other representative who came there to address the plight while reading, and the other students came there saying that if the 3 others that were arrested, if they cannot be free, they cannot read the petition. It was how he was reading the petition, and the student took him away. It was how the whole petition business disrupted.
So there was no petition presented to any authorities today?
No.
Mr. Gimmet, you got a question?
Yes. I want to know what was the reason for you being attacked?
According to the police, there are certain scenes they were carrying on, and they don't want the media to be there to capture that scene, because they were mad treating some students, dragging them on the ground, and some of the police officers were beating the student with battle. And one of the police officers we captured that scene in the video. If you really look at it carefully, they beat the student to the extent that they wounded the person on the head. The whole entire head were bloody up, and the blood left on the blocker, the police blocker. So because of that scene, they never wanted to meet there to be there. And each time we come there, the police officer can block the camera. Each time we come, the police officer block the camera. So in a sense that they started hitting the media. When we attack one of our police, we have to rush there and leave the person from there.
Wow.
So there have been any release from the police or the Ministry of Education?
What?
Have there been any press release from the Ministry of Education or the National Police? Or
Yeah. It has been confirmed that those students that were arrested have been released.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Myean. Thank you so much.
So according,
Go ahead.
Yeah. So So today we saw some students from the University of Liberia campus where people were claiming that it was the Student Unification Party soup that joined the students to protest. It was not true. So lately, when the students came from the campus, the high school students, when they came from in the University of Liberia campus, when they came out, the only party that we saw with them was POSA. POSA escorted them to their campus, not the Student Unification Party. So what we have gathered is that the students are also planning maybe tomorrow, but it's not been confirmed yet. But according to them, they are planning to regroup tomorrow to come back with the same protest issue.
So they protest all about us asking for them to pay their teachers?
Yeah. For those teachers who are on volunteerism, for them to be able to get salary. Because according to them in the petition, they said the Ministry of Finance has promised that with the beginning of January this year, the teachers were to receive certain amount, and those who were on salary to increase their salary to a certain level.
So give me any more question for him, bro. Let him go.
Myean, where are you now?
I'm at the station.
Okay, so you're in a secure place.
Yeah, exactly.
So usually, how do you get home at night?
Well, I try to make my way home. Sometimes I call a guy who I always hire. If he's not possible, then I can try to make a way to go home. But usually, I make it my own.
Good. We don't want you to tell anybody your route, but we are just concerned that when you are on your way home, as usual, like you said, you always have somebody at least with you, which is a good thing to do. But it's very courageous. Those scenes that you capture, we've been playing some, and I think the chief here will play some more for the audience to look at it as we go through the process. But thank you very much for a great job done, young man.
Thank you, Myean.
Thank you too.
And look, and Myean is an 18-year-old senior student. He's a volunteer at Truth FM. This kid is amazing. He's doing. I mean, he just and what he's doing for us now is strictly voluntary. He's not on payroll. He's not getting paid, but he's doing his best every time he's at the studio too. Late night. He's there, like you said. Right now, it's after 10 o'clock in Liberia. He's at the studio. He lives Duboro with his mother, and after that, somebody will come and pick him up. If the person is not there, he had to find his way to go home. But I encourage him. And then the good news about it, Mr. Gaiman, is that somebody promised last night that they're going to give us another motorbike. So I'm praying for that to happen. And when they give it to him, give it to us, I'll give it to Myean because he's out there and working for us free right now. So I may as well help him to transport him. And we already got one. In fact, our guy is leaving for the southeast tomorrow morning. I was talking to him just now. He just took gas. He's all set. Somebody help us with a car. So he's not using the motorbike. He's going for a car. So he's going to the southeast tomorrow, and hopefully he'll be reporting from there live. He got his internet, everything set. We get from there live, and I want to recognize Eugenian EW. She's facilitated this trip. She's on the show every day, but she's a quiet person. She doesn't show up. But she didn't even tell me or tell anyone else she was facilitating this trip to the southeast until I found her. I know she didn't want me to call, but I just got to recognize her for such initiative. She's somebody who's concerned about the people in the southeast region and about the actual story, what's happening there. So she facilitated this trip. The guy is going tomorrow. He's all set. The cars are being gassed, everything, and he'll be there reporting from there live. He also go on the streets of Ganta, San Nyenwolo, and also make some report from there. When he gets back, then we're getting ready for the campaign in Nimba, where he will be there again with the team again to bring us live from the elections in Nimba. But again, I want to say thank you, Myean, and I appreciate it. But you know what? You never know. Somebody will one day tap you, and you know what can happen. Nobody knew that that Josh Weah would have been the world best player someday when somebody tapped saw his talent and took him away, and then the rest was history. So you never know when your opportunity will come. So I will tell people, do everything, do your best, and so that one of these days you'll be fine. But I really appreciate it, and we are trying our best. We're struggling. We will get there one of these days. We'll get there. One of these days we'll get there. So, but Mr. Gaiman, what's your thoughts about the protest today again and where we are?
Well, I'll tell you what. Some people were just born with special gifts. Like we say, George Weah was blessed. Like LeBron James, the American people say he's a freak of nature, generational talent. You are seeing a young man who is still in high school, 18 years old. If you didn't say it, nobody would believe you. We thought he was a seasoned journalist, veteran. So journalism may be in his blood. What we have to do now is that since you, Mr. George, I'm now going to call you the excavator, just like Musa Delete, you have dug deeper in the ground and you pick a gem, a diamond in the rough. Now, what we have to do now is encourage him to go to college and major in journalism and be a professional journalist. And this platform can facilitate that. If you go to the University of Liberia, where he will have hands-on experience in journalism, that will put him above so many people who are hired by organizations just to push their pen. He would be a professional journalist. And I think people on this platform, we had no problem facilitating that for him to go and get a degree. And this platform can boast of having few years when I having a professional journalist, not just a regular pen pusher, but a professional journalist, either in mass communication or whatever area, but journalism is his calling. I can tell. He writes very well. He does very well with the video. He could. I mean, the young man is brilliant.
He is.
Just imagine 4 years from now he will be 23 years old.
Yeah.
If everything goes well, he goes to the university and graduate a degree in journalism. The future is BBC. You name it. We could have a superstar on our hand here.
Yes. Let us get to the show now. Okay, following a recent protest by MCSS students demanding salary top-ups for their teachers, the Minister of Education, Dr. Jaso Malik Jala, addressed the media at the Minister of Information. During the press conference, he highlighted that out of 13,400 teachers, the government successfully provided salary top-ups to 9,271 educators. She also noted that the Civil Service Agency is in the process of reviewing credentials submitted by the remaining teachers to facilitate their compensation. The minister emphasized clarity regarding the government's financial obligations, stating, "Let me set the record straight. The government isn't owing any teacher a salary. Every MCSS teacher's salary has been paid." Her remarks sought to reassure the public and quell any lingering concerns about the payment of teachers, reinforcing the government's commitment to support educators while addressing the students' grievances. Well, the issue here is that it's not about the government not owing teachers. The students' protests were about they got volunteer teachers, and they are not being they are not on the payroll. They're not being compensated. But if you look at the amount of waste in the government, and that's what people are moving. I've been concerned about. People, they see the kind of money they're spending on different stuff like Martin.
Yeah.
Yes, all this stuff. I mean, and you got people who want to impact the students, the future leaders of tomorrow, and you not you want to give them nothing. That's what people are concerned about. And so I don't know. The Minister of Education, they need to do better. You can't just come and say government owes salaries, but they're talking about the volunteer teachers. They need to be compensated. You know, if you cut down some of this stuff that's happening, and you guys are spending in the country, it will help. But Mr. Kehleboe, look, I don't know, but if you look at the kind of money they've been spending, lawmakers, the ministers, everybody, the presidency, everybody, you wonder, you know, and it's a sad thing. That's why I say I really want to see that transformative leader that Liberia will bring, to change the country around. But for now, I'm not seeing it, and I'm still not convinced that we are in a situation where we should be hopeful. It's sad. It's very sad. It's very sad.
From what I understand, they have had some people that been volunteer for 4 or 5 years.
Look at that.
Okay, 2-3 years volunteer teachers, and they've been promised that someday they will be brought on payroll, and they pay their own way. They diligently go to work every day with the hope that they will prove themselves worthy, and the Ministry of Education will absorb them. And they are the bulk of the most committed because they are not on payroll. They're working so they can get on payroll. So they are very committed. They are there. They're doing their work. And then the little stipend you have for them, it doesn't come regularly. And then every year they should just wait and wait and wait and wait. And who is it affecting the most? The students. They go to class and they don't see. Just imagine go to class and no teacher shows up. Or you got an hour class and the teacher shows up half hour to finishing the class because they are going slow. So basically you are getting 50% of the education that you paid for or that is required. And then when these kids, accumulatively, when they go to the Myean or the national exam and don't perform well because they are not adequate, they are not ready. It is not because they are not intelligent or they got low IQ. It is because they were just not given, the material. They were not given, they were not prepared. So you wait until 3 weeks before the WIAT or whatever they call it, the West African exam, and then you do a crash course, hoping that the student will do well in the course, and then when they fail in maths, you blame it on the student. No, it's not. I see Ansuda in the back, but yes, we all have to collectively talk to the Ministry of Education. I think the last time you saw, I think it was closing up argument that showed the dilapidated buildings of the University of Liberia. How terrible some of the buildings look. Then you go to the different high schools, teachers are not showing up because they are not being paid. Then you look at the president's cabinet, he got 10 advisors.
I don't understand that. On a serious note, advise you on what?
You got Minister of Sports and the whole ministry. Then you got advisor on sports. You got Minister of you got Minister of Finance and Planning. Then you had 2 people. They call them advisor on economic affairs to the president. 2. So why do you have an advisor, 2 advisors on economic affairs? Then you have Ministry of Finance. Then you have the central bank. So these are the economic teams. So why do you have a Ministry of Finance and Planning who is in charge of the economy of the country? Then you have 2 highly paid consultants in the president's office advising him on what? Economic affairs. What are they doing? What have they presented as their plan for the impending crash of the international aid system to Liberia? We don't see the 2 economic advisors to the president, the central bank president, the finance minister coming together and saying, we have met as a team. This is what we intend to do to alleviate the high unemployment, the high rate of the exchange rate, the depreciation of the Liberian dollar against the US dollar, the stagnation of wages, with the exception of the high appointees of the Liberian government who make 90% of the money. I mean, $4.1 or $1.4 million that's partying basically. They're entertaining themselves on entertainment. And you got teachers making $75 an hour. Oh, yeah. They can't even get paid.
It's true.
Entertainment. That one is not waste, it's wickedness.
Wickedness, in high places.
I mean, we're talking about entertainment. That is, they just merrymaking you. They come in and they drink their beer, they eat their caviar, because now these boys from Lofa, Bassa, all the places where they have never had food to eat, now they're eating caviar and lobsters. So they don't care anymore where they come from. They're eating lobsters and caviar, fish egg. They think that when they eat in Nima, Bassa, or Lofa, will run their stomach, that the one that they're eating over there, $1.4 million on entertainment. Not only are they doing that, but they have somebody who is a consultant.
It's sad, man.
It is. This is not corruption. This is.
I just got this breaking news.
Okay.
The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning have placed Mr. Myean Soso on compulsory administrative leave and forwards him to the Office of Ombudsman for investigation. He's the guy who hit the
Liberian citizen yesterday.
In a release issued on the night of Saturday, March 22nd. Myean, good job, Myean. When senior management of the Ministry of Finance Development Plan was made aware of a disturbing video involving the assault of an elderly citizen by Mr. Myean Soso of Civil 77 as a director in the ministry, the ministry informed the public that it had requested its human resources and legal units to review the situation and to provide options to address the situation. Both units have accordingly advised that the relevant section of the Code of Conduct that relates to Mr. Soso's action is Section 4.3, which states all public officials and employees of government shall exhibit good conduct at all times, both at work and off duty. The senior management has therefore endorsed the recommendation of the units to forward the case involving Mr. Myean Soso to the Office of the Ombudsman, which is authorized by law to investigate allegations of breaches of the Code of Conduct and determine appropriate sanctions and penalties where necessary. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning emphasizes that all officials and employees are expected to demonstrate good conduct both at home, at work, and off duty, and urges all its public officials and civil servants to avoid actions that bring reputational damage to the ministry. Well, that's good. At least, thank you, Ansu. Thank you, I appreciate it. At least the issue being raised have got that the actions have been taken. Mr. Giflaw, at least we're seeing some actions taken now. Mr. Sosa have been placed on leave, and while he's following to the ombudsman for investigation. So we'll still follow this matter. We'll follow it, and we'll continue to monitor and see what happens. But that's why the platform is for. Anybody have issues, you bring it to us, we'll elevate it. The public will know. We'll send it to all relevant authorities involved, and we'll seek redress for you. I'm happy. I'm happy that the ministry took the decision, even though it's long overdue. I want to say thank you. Again, I want to recognize Myean. After the interview he did, it went viral and people acted it, and everybody took it to another level. We appreciate that, and want to say the ministry, at least we're going to follow this matter. Mr. Gamet?
I mean, excellent. I mean, this is less than 24 hours when you broke this story, and people began to discuss that. I think, Mr. Giflaw and Mrs. Giflaw, wherever they are, if they are watching, we want to say we are getting there, where government officials, people in high places, cannot take advantage of people and get away with it. We also admonish our folks, if you want these kinds of behavior to stop, when you have platforms like these advocating on your behalf, you should not compromise yourself by taking a few dollars and letting the case go away. Let the case go to court. Let's teach each other lessons that you cannot do this and get away with it. Not in these new days. So for these platforms to be effective, you, the victims, also have to be willing to resist the temptation of let's discuss it as a family. No, we are not family.
Yeah.
Families, don't treat families like this. We are not. We are not the same people. Like they say, we are all the same people. How far from Nima to Lofa, or how far from Bassa to Riverside, all the foolishness. No. This is the same method, the same idea, and the same thinking when it comes to molesting our little girls and boys. After they do that, they go to the parents and say, "Oh, man, we are all the same people. How far from here to there? We are all one." And then the parents will go and drop the charges. Even if they don't drop the charges, when it's time for the guy to go to court, the victim won't show up deliberately. And the judge will have no choice because he or she is also in the know. She or he is also part of the plan. And they will say, well, the victim didn't show up, so the case is dropped. I think you said something yesterday about a guy who said the Chinese made him do it. You know,
Yeah,
something like, can you imagine that?
yeah. His son was victimized, and then he said, "Oh my God."
He said the Chinese, he said the
Yeah.
perpetrator didn't do it.
And I was told a story. When these young girls are under 16, maybe whenever they go to the hospital, they're pregnant, go to the hospital, they tell them that when they ask them who pregnated them, and they try to hide it, and they hide it. But again, the ministry, that's why the minister of gender, they should be doing it with the Liberia National Police. They have the women's. I think they some section they have there. Because when you go when a child go to the hospital under age, especially that child below 16, but age of concern Liberia, I know how I got to change every time they're changing it. I know the age of concern Liberia used to be 16, I think 16 or 17.
It should be 18 now.
18 now, yeah. So
I'll double check. I'm not sure, but it should
somebody
be 18.
goes to the hospital pregnant, a young girl who is under 18 or 16 like that. You should investigate, find out what happened. Whether it's some family member or somebody in a top official or somebody, try to get to the bottom of it. Minister of Gender, you should keep this. You try to inquire and get that girl, put that child in a particular facility where you can extract information from her. They'll tell you who did it to her, instead of letting her go to fend for herself. Because most of the things sometimes can be people in high places. They go and do their stuff and say, "Don't tell anybody. I will support you." Tell the parents, say, "I beg you, you don't come on me, but I will support you." And the parents too say that lie to happen.
And you remember, I think what several years ago, one of the representatives, I think he was from Grand Jide,
yeah,
pregnanted a baby. Well, I would say baby because I said she was about 13.
Yeah.
The girl was cleaning. I mean, she was like a family member, or they brought the child to live with him to help, and then in exchange send the child to school. Impregnated the girl, and when the gender ministry got involved, what happened? He used his executive privilege or his legislative privilege. The girl disappeared, took the child to Grand Jide, turned the girl over to the chiefs. They turned the child over to the Zoe people. The police went and they said, this is a tribal matter. The police cannot come here. The police have no jurisdiction over our tribal matters. And that was the end of that story. The child disappeared. So our people have this fictitious dual judicial system where they say the tribal people, when they're doing their thing, the executive can't go. They use that, even though I want to believe the constitutional authority of Liberia supersedes everything. But they will allow the traditional folks to deliberately break the law. Like the last time there was a woman, she died, they say from some acid they gave. The Sasewu people gave them something to drink and she drank it and died. And the state won't do anything because it was a traditional thing and we have two dual legal systems. So this is what we are talking about. In fact, we just have a press release here from the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The Ministry of Internal Affairs has announced the suspension of all traditional practices across the country as of April 30, 2025.
Wow.
The decision, according to Internal Affairs Minister Francis Umali, is attributed to proliferation of traditional practices without check and balance, the hampering of children's school processes, and the forceful initiation of teenagers for commercial practices. This is serious.
That is serious.
We've been saying this. People just, can you imagine? Tomalin, your daughter is in your yard working, and some fool just walk in and grab her and say she's the age now to go into this stuff, and we're going to do what we want to do.
But Mr. Gamer, what the people can do? What does it do? They say when the people back in the day, when the people born the children, the men will come It's okay. Imagine if the baby stay in the cradle. They will say, okay, I will take care of the baby now. They pay for it. Why can you imagine?
You
Pay for
pay
it,
dowry.
pay a dowry until when the baby get beat down it gets, man. And some children say no way, they can't try. Some children ran away from their parent. Say I beg you, I don't bring that crap to us. Say I beg you.
You see, but the proliferation of social media and this new telephone that everybody has it wherever you go, it's a good thing, because wherever you are, you don't know who's recording you.
Yeah.
If you are committing a crime, when you're doing good, hopefully they'll record you and show that too. We don't want to promote or, say the bad thing. If somebody is caught doing good, okay, we got to say it. If you are doing well, if you are doing good, if you are a good Samaritan and you did something well, you also have to say, call Mr. George here and say, listen, this is what this person did. It's not all about bad news. Breaking news can be good news too. So God bring the good news as well as the bad news. If we are home and people living double lives, they want to come on the air and preach piety, that they are perfect. And then in their private life, they live double life. You bring them out too, so that people can say the same thing. We can say the same thing. Like those preachers and the imam. The last time we had Imam Cry defending his appointment.
Look at that.
In government.
So tell me now.
We call him names.
Can he be an objective person to intervene in a national crisis?
That's why we call it names. We're not hiding it here, because it's a given fact that he was given a position. He served on the board, for which he been well compensated. So how can Mr. Cry come out here and critique this government? Same thing with the Council of Churches. We're saying the same thing across the board.
It's a joke.
Everybody, President Waka went back into the playbook of Todman, President Todman. You go out there and all your critics and everybody that wants your job, you either put them on a board, make them ambassador. Even if you want Tomalin George's wife, that's how they used to do it. You appoint Tomalin George ambassador to Bangladesh, somewhere where he can't come back in time.
Is it what Tomalin to do, eh? They send you far place, right?
Somewhere where we take you maybe 5 weeks to come back, just to come back home. That's what these people. So Joseph Waka is from that school. He knows that the Council of Churches and the Imam Council, these people are powerful folk that can start trouble. So what do? You shut them up. You give them a piece of the pie. Once their hand is in our cookie jar, they can't say anything. Same thing we said about the CDC here. People are wondering why there's no protest, why the CDC and they're so quiet. Well, guess what? The United Partisans have said it. They said we will dismantle CDC piece by piece. And they knew what they were talking about. Why? There is all the decision makers of CDC, they are nephews and nieces to Garguah. So don't be surprised if CDC come out with lukewarm thing like Joseph Garguah, you can't disobey the Supreme Court and that. During Ellen time, you saw CDC enforcement, you saw Jefferson Koji, you saw Moluba, you saw these guys. I mean, they were bulldogs on Ellen. They had no connection to Ellen, but now look, our imam, our council of churches, everybody is in the employ of Joseph Garguah, and these students, they are fending for themselves today. Have you heard anything from the Imam Council? Have you heard anything from the Council of Churches? No.
No.
These children are there fending for themselves. If they were not for a platform like this, I don't know where this country is going to be.
It's sad, Mr. Gaiman, and welcome, Anthony Gay. Welcome. It's sad, very, very sad. Some of us who've been around for long always pay homage to the Interfaith Mediation Committee, the Council of Churches, of back of yesteryears. I remember there was a time we had people like Bishop George Brown, Episcopal Diocese, the Presbyterian writer, the writer of the Presbyterian Church, Victor Stryker. We had the Catholic Diocese of Michael Bakata Francis, my own bishop of United Methodist Church, Bishop Arthur F. Kula. We had the Baptists from the Baptist Compact, Reverend Peter Amos George Sr. We had the National Muslim Council, Kafumba Kane. We had these people, man. These people, and mind you, during those days, they were faced with a military government of some
Oh yes.
and they were very brave. You know, they went up Doe, and Doe had Decree 88A. Until one day, I remember when Doe said Bishop Kula preached on Decree 88A. He said when the Bishop Kula said the Spirit led him to preach. So Doe said, the next time I will go, the Spirit will leave him.
I remember that I was a kid. I remember that.
Yeah. So say next time happen, I will go after you. I'll go after you and say the Spirit let me to whip you from behind the Yeah, but those are the days, you know. And these people they weren't depending on being appointed to boards.
No.
And right now, today in Liberia, one person I respect, he's the pastor of the former vice president's church, the Reverend Bishop Joseph Gadier Johnson.
Yeah.
He was appointed during the Weir administration on, I think, Metal Steel board, that kind of lucrative board. But I think he preached, he had some problem. I think he preached a sermon, something he did, and they tried, and he and that guy into some issue. He stepped down, and then they say, on one Liberia, he showed me a letter. He'll be making, I think, $3,000 or $4,000 a month. I went in his office, he showed me the communication where he wrote the president and said he resigning from that board. Now, some people say, what? All that thing you're getting from that benefits and salary you're getting, you're going to leave it? But he left it because of principles, you know? And that was somebody I always respect today. But today we have none in Liberia. I mean, I don't see them in Liberia at all. All the guys are compromised. When they see, one thing I don't like to, right? When you're in a church and someone VIP enter the church to attend that service, man, they put a priest, if they say the person that God, they will just surrender and just are preaching and praising, talking all day. Man, but nah. But you know, lastly, my cousin, he's in Georgia, the Reverend Taiwe Bright. I remember one time Taylor came from away. So each time the president arrived, I don't see it happening this time, sir. But when the president usually arrived from a foreign visit, he had what they call Thanksgiving intercessory service. And he preached that sermon at the AME Church on Camp Johnson Road. Yeah, you know he said that day? I said, Taylor was sitting. Man said, Mr. President, train your men. I said, oh, I thought the ATU was doing all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we brought him to Taylor, Mr. President, train your men. Taylor just smiled. People were scared for him, but the boy was brave, man. And that was, I mean, these were people when you preach with the spirit and with all fear, they'll respect you. But nowadays, we don't have these people in our country, which is sad. But welcome, Anthony. Tell us about your perspectives about any issue you have, your concerns about.
Yeah, today I was sad when the way the police reacted to the students. Look, Tomalin, I listen to the president of Burkina Faso every morning. Now, my new thing, I can listen to him every morning while I work at the first thing. I go on the country website and listen to the current circumstances. I mean, just launched a new program, even though this program been in Africa for a very long time, but to incentivize the university where the university student get compensated. 100,000 CFA, franc CFA, a month per university student. Whereas in Liberia, high school students are protesting because they want the instructor to be in the classroom. And they got tear gas today. Some of them got wounded in the streets. I mean, this is sad. In this 21st century technological economy where many schools today don't even have regular, marker board or black, white, what we call a white board. They have a digital board. My daughter's school has a digital board, like a Samsung TV, that all digital. Whatever they want to do, they just flip it to that thing and they do it. The board also is they can write on there as well. And you don't even find regular marker board in high schools in Liberia. Yet these kids were tear gas because they stood up that they want the instructor in the classroom. The instructor have not received pay and they have not been showing up to class. Where are we heading, Liberia? This is sad. I mean, it's something that really, really made me, I know so many things have happened in Liberia, but I mean, high school students. I remember my young self in Abidjan 2002, us protesting at the United Nations, and somebody did something and they had to call the gendarme. And I know how that thing went. It was not pretty. So I saw myself in the young people today. I was at that age when that happened to me. Even though we weren't students, we were refugees, trying to make our way out of Ivory Coast with protests. But that day did not go well. And seeing those young children vulnerable in the streets, in a uniform, some of whom were already hungry, didn't have it, but still show up to protest because they want, their future to be protected. All they are asking, pay the instructor so they can come to class, so they themselves can have a future. They are not asking for anything more. Give them a future. Job may not be available today, but that education can take them a long way. They may not have it today or tomorrow or a month or two to come or a year or two to come. But once they are educated, there is that foundation that will not depart from them. The best gift you can give a child is to educate a child. And today, that really touched me.
Okay. Myean, please, let's take at least 5 calls. They're here from Liberian people. What about the protest today, about the student protest? Then we can move on. Let's take 5 calls. Let's hear what Liberian people have to say about the calls. If people in America want to call, put my number there. You can call my number. I appreciate it.
Okay, so thank you ever so much. So you can place your calls in 0777-649986, 0777-649986 to be a part of the closing argument here. To make your contribution on this protest between the students and the Liberia National Police at Capitol Building today, you can place your call 0777-649986. You can also call us on WhatsApp +231 777-649986. So let's take this first caller. Hello, caller. Wow, lost that caller. 0777-649986. So let me try to pin the number on the screen. Okay. So 0777-649986. So let's take this. Hello, caller. Oh God. 0777-649986. 0777-649986. And you can also call us on +231 777-649986 for our callers here. So let's take this caller. Hello, caller. Hello. Are you getting them? Wow. We are not hearing you.
Something is wrong with maybe it's your system.
Okay, let me try to check it. So 0777-649986 if you want to make a contribution on the protest by the students from the MCSS at the Capitol building today. Let's take this caller. Hello, caller. Nima, where do you call from?
Yes, thank you. What are you going to do?
Yeah, Nima, where do you call from?
Thank you. Listen, I'm not a fan, yeah? I appreciate you more to our here.
Okay, make your point.
Thank you. I appreciate you first for your analysis of this night. So, we all know students. We are students and we were students. To be a student, you need to be disciplined. Discipline. The action today exhibited by those guys, quote unquote, the students, They are unprofessional, indisciplined. So they were treated the manner in which they were treated. Here's my point. They put the one of the teachers, those teachers who dropped their job was not salary delayed.
Why?
No teacher will tell you, say, woman over there, or say, my mom. No, I challenge them. Their plan was or is an increasement in the salary. If somebody making $50, you will make more than $50 at the point. And those that are being on a volunteer payroll, job, should be employed. Here is my portion. Being a volunteer doesn't mean you are qualified. Are you qualified to be on payroll? I explained that there's some actual graduate they are teaching. You don't hear that. You don't go to teacher college and
so why should the government accept them? Why?
Okay, very good. Government accept them on a full voluntary. Full voluntary. They say come teach. About 7 years we employ you.
So they don't have family whom to carry money there.
You see, so actually push out what they have children who to carry money. You're not qualified to receive money.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, then. Okay. Okay, yeah.
Protestation in a country, even around the world, is vulnerable. It is also possible that you will have a permit. If you don't have a permit, then you will have a confrontation with other people who don't want to protest.
Okay.
You now want to go to the radio station. You don't want to protest. They are going to go. He's going. It's not right.
Yeah, man. Wait a 1 minute. I got a caller.
Thank you.
Okay, caller, go ahead. Live.
Thank you, Tomalin. Quita Lawrence Lunter from Massachusetts. Thank you guys for the show.
Go ahead.
But with the incident that occurred today, especially with the students, I don't know if you remember, I think it was somewhere in 2019, similar thing happened to President Weah, and even I don't know if I should say worse than what happened today.
Yeah.
Because the student kind of blocked his convoy. Nowhere you will see like people blocking the presidential convoy and something easy. That's something very dangerous. In some cases, people can shoot gun and all because the presidential convoy is the last thing to be stopped. But the president, instead of causing violence at that time, President Weah got from his car.
Yeah.
Came to the students. They handled it. He talked to them. He called some of them off. That time he was at the Foreign Affairs Ministry. That's where they had the president's office. He called them up there. They sat, talked about it. They handled it. From that day until he left power, there were no more protests. That's exactly what President Bouakai could have done today, or whosoever that was in charge could have done today. That's why leadership turn in. These are circumstances that come to show how competent you are as a leader, how you handle crisis. But instead today, the police are so trigger, I don't know how to trigger angry or trigger what? Trigger happy. They just wanted to press trigger today and started tear gassing the children today. It didn't solve any problem. Not every situation will escalate. You are getting to understand why most of the situations that happened during President Weah, the police director decided to handle it through talking or through conversation. They're trying to make it look violent. Even when people started protesting, get them water, get them food. At the end of the day, protest died down during President Weah. You can't see people. You couldn't see people protesting too much. That's too here for the people because they know where they come. They were not. They're violent. They want to see you. Nobody will treat them violently. They were getting food. They were getting water. So I mean, they would prefer not to have conversation than to waste their time and sit for protest. But look at Bouakai. Everything. Police got to beat people. Police got to shoot tear gas. They got to be violent. I don't know. I don't understand. And the president he's so quiet, like so money rain. I mean, it's so bad and everything just going haywire. I don't understand, but the way our country going is getting scary, and the people at the helm of power don't care. Like someone was saying yesterday during yesterday's show, these people are not even acting that they were willing to relinquish power. Because if you don't think about that, you will try to handle things calmly. You will try to handle things with the understanding that, okay, tomorrow I might leave this place and I might be in the same circumstances that these people find themselves in today. So let me handle things professionally. When she pregnant, I think that to say right after this, maybe the last thing it will be their last birthday. They will just be gone with earth now. They didn't get anybody to deal with, and this is so sad. It's sickening. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can also place your calls in 0777-649986 or +231 777-649986. So we have someone on our WhatsApp line here. So let's take this. Okay, let's take this person. Hello, caller. Yeah, your name. Where do you call from?
My name is Fire and
Okay, make your point.
yeah, my point is that people trying to politicize this whole thing. Even during President Wilson, there were protests that people, even Myean, and the students here today, it doesn't resolve students at all. They blocked the entire road. Police talked to them to say, once upon me, our attendance today in Global class. We did not have free movement. They couldn't be able to again, we have to protest there. We should not infringe on our right. So all go to the schools. They blocked the entire road. When you pass today, I had to walk all the way from Canada, all the way to the EU. So the chance of it, they don't want to understand as a student, they all are students. So the Jerusalem protest around here, people were marching there. What I think we went on your campus, so we should have this President Wilson. There was no protest that way. They not married. They went out of the way today. They'll be friends.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's take this next caller. Hello, caller. Nima, where do you call from? Yeah, Nima, where do you call from? Please be audible.
My name is Eddie. Vision President Johnny from Calgary Boulevard.
Okay, make your point.
Thank you very much for the topic on discussion, and I do appreciate you for giving me the platform. Hello?
Yeah, we're listening.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead.
Okay, so I do appreciate you tonight, but they continue, brutality on students and on protesters since the inception of this government is getting out of hand. But the fact that the Constitution provides that, people should be able to assemble and then express their grievances out to the government, in terms of prescribing solution. I think that should be something that should be welcoming by this government, that believes to be a rescue. But the first protest that we ever saw since when the government came to power was the protest at Kehleboe, where other people were being killed, and then at the end of the day, their family members were being given 5,000. Can you imagine? 5,000. Get 5,000 bring back a life of an individual. Right? But again, these are some of the problems that we have with Liberian politicians. They only see the wrongs when they are not in power. Or once they see they are in power, everything that is.
Well, we lost that caller. So let's take this next caller 0777-649986. Hello, caller. Your name and where do you call from?
Hello.
Yeah, your name and where do you call from?
All right. My name is Emmanuel Lee Mewase. I'm calling from Mauricio Pispan community.
Okay, make your point.
Yes, I've been following your conversation on the air back to back, where we're discussing about those students who protest today, and I listened to the first caller for my brother. For me, I have the point I have to make: the students or those students who protest today, they are very excellent of what they did. To me, that's my point of view. You can have a country that you have teachers teaching people. The teacher is paid not less than $50, or some of them are making even 3,000 Liberian dollar per month. And government officials, they only go and sit down in air condition hall and cause no this. Some of them are making
1,000, some of them are arriving $1,000 work or they are not paid well. Army are not paid well, and security system is not in control. The teachers are not paid well, and students trying to raise that concern to the national government, and people are saying the student were wrong. I believe they were right or what it is.
Okay, thank you for placing your question. So 0777-649986 plus 231-777-649986 to make your point on today's protest at the Capitol building.
Take one more call, then we'll go back to our show.
Okay. So let's take this person. Hello, caller. Nima, where do you call from?
Hello, this is Emmanuel Achonu from Relat.
Okay, make your point. You are our last caller.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for the program. I've been following you. You know, I just listened to the brother like for I think before 2-3 callers call. He said if you are volunteer, you should know with criteria before government can talk about employ you or stuff. If you know the man had a qualification, why do you take the man as volunteer when you know the man got family? So you know the government, we don't know where the government is traveling at. Because if you tell a family member, make them be working, just volunteering, you don't compensate in if you compensate, you can meet up with a need. Then a student in the street that require with action from the government. After coming to people telling people you come to rescue, and then it's fun of rescuing my brother. It's all too frustrated in this country. We don't know what the government is telling you. The police commander is just there. If you say the power is into my hand, yes, we agree. A happy Phoenician day. The president was moderate in the process when it comes to protest. Why now? We all abuse. If you own your brain are weak in the merit of doing anything. Now anything the woman is doing, people there telling this why it is right. Yeah, we understand the same woman got a lot of experience for a lot of years. What do experience? You found that you serve as vice president for 12 consecutive years. What do you achieve from there? Why do you keep suppressing the brain everything all because we don't have the power to remove you? So you will do things to satisfy you and your people. Right before they have to come to themselves in this country. So they can cause chaos. These are things like a race are brought in country. It's a foreign country. You follow people start planning who do different things. You know above the law. So we have to be careful. Our government, they have to be very much careful. Because you know how they got ghost security in a place. But they are not on terror. They are there some people in the minute. Garguah getting all up. Who knows someone like them? So parents, my brother, they tell that the government have to be very careful. Students protesting for that teacher, that instructor. In some countries, people have no good money as an instructor. Then in our country, nothing better coming. Students go protest, you won't care them. How are we elected in this country? We can't ask God to deliver us. Too much.
Thank you. So it's yours.
Okay, yes, thank you. Let's go back to our show. Well, that's it. The people we heard from the people and about the protests. We pray that the people, the kids, the students will get a redress from the protest and yeah, what happened. But we look forward to it. Well, let's talk about President Weah, the former president. He met the ECOWAS delegation, I think today. Former President Weah criticized the conduct of President of the Garguah administration and its support for the lawlessness action of some members of the House of Representatives, which he said is detrimental to the Liberia democratic process. Quote, my decision to concede defeat before the announcement of the final results and publicly congratulate President Garguah after the election was to safeguard our nation's peace and stability by reducing post-elections tensions, unquote. Wow. What do you guys make up about this, President Weah and the ECOWAS delegation? Mr. Gilman.
Well, you know, as President Weah has always said, well, I'm going to use the word president because once a president, always a president.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with President Garguah. He is the present president. President Weah, the former president, President Ellen Johnson said he was president. So that being said, That's why they refer to them as stakeholders. They all have the responsibility to keep the country safe through their actions or inactions. And when he addressed the ECOWAS, basically he reminded them that, listen, the power in this country, the presidency, the Liberian presidency, is so supreme and powerful that I could have decided to circumvent the system. But instead, the country comes first. I made a call to former Vice President Joseph Boakai, against the will of my own partisans. When they said, let the process play out. If the margin of error is less than 1 percentage point, there has to be recount. But he decided there's no reason to do that. We don't need to drag this nation into the abyss because I want to remain president. So he was reminding his colleagues that the way the country is proceeding is reason for concern, not only in Liberia, but in the ECOWAS delegation and the ECOWAS nation. We can do all we want to do, but when everything goes wrong, we call on our neighbors to intervene. And then sometimes people wonder why it took ECOWAS and the international community so long to intervene in the Liberian affairs. You are seeing the replay. At some point in Liberia, we had a notion that we were basically not part of the African continent. We were either superior or we were a foreign people in a foreign land. So when the war came, well, you told African you were an American in Africa. So go to America. So when things went out of hand, the same people that we denounced came to save us. Same thing is being replayed here. Your ECOWAS nation that died and bled for you came and said things are not going right, and you kicked them out. You said you don't want to listen to them. But when things go here, why are you going to run right back to them to help the Ghanaians of the world, the Nigerians of the world to come in to be peacekeepers? While some of you with American passport, American green card, you are running into the United States Embassy to airlift you from there. So, Chief, that's the reality we are looking at. I think the president was right that we are not proceeding the right way. Most of you got double citizenship in the United States and other European countries and other African countries that you can run to. Like Yaka Koluba said, yes, I have my family in Ghana. I'm spending money in Ghana. I have a home in Ghana because of what you guys are doing here. Thank you very much. I yield to Mr. Gay.
Yeah, that's that person. That's Jamaica. That's Jamaica resort there. That's the famous Jamaica. Yeah, I can tell because I've been there before, and that's the colors. Yeah,
the color.
Yeah, I've been there before. I've been there several times, so I know that place good. Yeah. But Anthony, hear from you.
Yeah. Look, Tomalin, I've always said on this show, and I'll continue to say on other platforms, President Weah demonstrated a leadership style that many African leaders wouldn't have done. It less than a 1 percentage point, and calling to concede an election before the election commission even announced the winner. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I stand to be corrected, but I've not seen that in Africa often, where the incumbent, is down by less than 1 percentage point and will concede before the election commission announced. I was in the Ivory Coast, and Gbagbo was like 5 points ahead of Kehleboe, and Kehleboe called the election commissioner, and he refused to announce. They sent the Mediterranean to flog him. They picked that man. Kehleboe announced that he won the election. It took the university student of Kogodi to chase Gay out of the place. And so We have seen Africa numerous times where African leaders
Are you going again?
The ANC, man, I don't know what's wrong with the ANC people. The ANC nationalists, he in Liberia, he ain't got data.
I'm in Delaware.
I mean, he ain't got no data on your phone in Liberia. He talking.
I'm in Delaware.
ANC national, you better talk to companies to buy you data. But yes, this is a great photo here. I'm looking at Honorable Nathaniel McGill. I'm looking at other stalwarts of the CDC, and hopefully they can come to some agreement before the Supreme Court rules, and hopefully this is like I keep telling folks. This is organized chaos. This is deliberate. We should be talking about the economy. We should talk about employment. We should be talking about unemployment. We should be talking about education. We should be talking about health. But they are creating this facade. All day, every day, all we talk about is what's going on in the house. In the meantime, we're not talking about education. We're not talking about health. We're not talking about deliverables. We're not talking about anything. So when Pewee is here, when I'm talking about organized chaos, he want to believe that there's no way this could be organized. Yes, it is organized. Okay? We've been talking about going on months. In the meantime, money has been spent. Money is being spent. Money will be spent from some illegal source. Yesterday, you posted the headline that the House of Representatives took almost $1 million from Thomas Fowler, one individual, financing the entire government out of his pocket. And I think Front Page Africa showed a return check, cash checks made out to other folks. And you want to tell me this is not organized? This is organized. And they're going to continue to do this. This is Mr. Cummings here. Listen, he was receiving some award. I don't know from whom.
Okay, I said Mr. Cummings, congratulations, Mr. Cummings, on receiving the Thomas W. Cole Jr. Presidential Award. The recognition by Clark Atlanta University was a powerful and well-deserved moment. It was an honor to witness you being celebrated for your incredible contributions and unwavering commitment to excellence. Wishing you continued success. Last night was truly an honor. Watching Clark University in Atlanta recognize and celebrate Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. Wow.
Well, that's his alma mater. That is good.
But play later small now. Let it Myean play yeah small.
Play tonight because this event is about the young people, and just some advice in no particular order. Be ambitious for yourself. Be determined. You will have ups and downs, but be focused, be ambitious, and set goals that you want to go after. Be constant learners. It's important that you're constantly thinking, inquiring, and learning. Something I encourage. Relationships matter. The world is run based on relationships, so don't burn any bridges. And pay forward. Pay forward by giving back to CAU. Pay forward by helping friends, relatives, neighbors when you're successful. Be happy for it and celebrate other people's success. So again, I want to thank CAU. I want to thank all my friends, supporters, family who have been my support base, have encouraged me and explained a lot of my success. And of course, we thank the Almighty God. Thank you and God bless you.
He's blessed and grateful. Let us salute again the 2025 Dr. Thomas W. Cole Jr.
Thank you.
Legacy Award honoree.
Thank you.
Wow.
There's another portion of that video wherein they kind of highlight a life story. It's also I think 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. It's also 2 minutes.
Okay.
But if you can't play, that's fine.
I'll play when he comes on the show.
Listen, I need all you all up.
Yeah.
Sisters and the
But
wives.
people don't know. Not everyone who went to that school received that award.
These pictures are precious.
This is a very distinguished and prestigious award. And Clark University that used to be called
Come on now.
Yep. Okay. Yes. When Anthony, you told him you go again. Hey.
I told you to make a data issue.
But I just received this too. The CDC COP. Okay. The CDC COP congratulates Mr. Cummings on a prestigious award. They urges immediate political engagement with Liberian masses as one of the opposition political leaders. Wow, this I got to read this thing. The CDC Council of Patriots (COP) has Liberia's foremost political civil rights movement and a steadfast advocate for civil rights and democratic governance, extends its heartfelt congratulations to Mr. Alexander B. Cummings on receiving the distinguished Thomas W. Cole Jr. Presidential Award from Clark Atlanta University. Mr. Cummings' recognition is well deserved, reflecting his remarkable contribution to business, philanthropy, and leadership both in Liberia and on a global stage. As a proud alumnus and former chair of the CAU board, this honor cements his standing as a transformative figure committed to positive change. While we celebrate this achievement, we also wish to remind Mr. Cummings that Liberia needs his active involvement now more than ever. Waiting for 2028 to start putting as people's voice is dangerous. People's suffering isn't waiting for them. Engage and stand with them now. The current social, political, economic deprivations being instituted by the oppressive and failed Bogart administration across the country demand the engagement of all patriotic opposition political leaders who are committed to democratic progress and the welfare of the Liberian people. The CDC COP reminds Mr. Cummings that the ANC performance at the polls in 2022 should not be seen as a rejection. Mr. Bogart was a necessary political accident allowed to teach the citizens. Look, this is the CDC COP. Now, Mr. Gaiman, this is interesting, right? Don't take this for granted, though. These are young people,
very young people,
and always say CDC will tell you that second option, anything will be Mr. Cummings. We know where it's coming from. We know why they came up with this statement, but it says sanctioned by the National Executive Council, CDC Council of Patriots. Time to stand up. People of action join the movement. I don't know, but it's interesting though. What, Mr. Gaiman?
Yes.
What do you read?
Mr. Gaiman, you're laughing about internet.
No,
I got unlimited data, but I'm at work. I don't like to be on my company Wi-Fi, right? So that's the if I go on my company Wi-Fi, I can put my phone do not disturb. But I don't like to be on my company Wi-Fi.
Mr. Gaiman frozen? Mr. Gaiman frozen, look at that.
Yeah, I don't like to be on the company Wi-Fi. So I can't put my phone do not disturb. Then that means I'll have no data to call or be online. So phone call keep coming to my phone for some reason.
But Mr. Anthony Gay, what you made on the CDC statement about Mr. Cummings?
It's a good thing. Look, let me say this, right? And that's one thing I wanted to talk about today. Thank God you brought about it. Like, people so quick, to make statement and run with it. The challenges that Mr. Cummings had in Liberia came from individuals who are in politics who don't want change, but pretend as though they want change. They don't want change. They don't like to compete. They don't like what Mr. Cummings brings to the table. Mr. Cummings said something many years ago. I heard that same thing being echoed by the current president of Burkina Faso. He wants his country citizens to go to the ballot box to elect politicians, not because politicians put a pump or build a well or put some kind of latrine somewhere, because that politician ideology and competence will bring change to their lives. So their vote should not be bought in advance. Mr. Cummings always spoke about the border rights, that everyone must have access to this border rights. The only condition of this border right, you must play by the rule. Mr. Cummings will hire any Liberian who is competent, whether or not you voted for him or you part of his political party. He does not care whether you vote for him or you. Within Mr. Cummings' orbit are people who are not even members of the ANC, but still work with Mr. Cummings. People need to understand this. But in Liberia, once you are not affiliated with the political party, you can get certain jobs. You won't even come close. They will kick you out. They will push you out. That's not Mr. Cummings. And when I heard that from the president of Burkina Faso, I said, Mr. Cummings have been saying things like this. The young man said, if I should turn over power to the civilian state of everything, my people of Burkina Faso will go to the ballot box to vote, not because of political influence, but because they find competence in that particular leader. Today, people don't want competition in the country. People don't want to hire people based on merit. People only hire people based on political affiliation. You heard Mr. Cummings. Don't burn bridges. Celebrate other people's success. Make sure that you network with people. Do you hear that from many politicians in Liberia? No. It's all about I. They invest today that tomorrow they will benefit tomorrow. They are not doing it because they love the people. They are doing it for their own. Why lawmakers can go on the floor, Tomalin and Mr. Gilman, to introduce national legislation that will benefit all Liberians. They will only look for small project in a community and do that little project and brag about it and leave the country away. Today, if a 2% sales tax is introduced to our country on all alcoholic beverage and tobacco products, you take that money strictly into the escrow account. You invest into agriculture, you invest into healthcare, you invest into education. It will go a long way. The third most consumed product in Liberia, outside of rice and gasoline, is alcohol. Fourth, tobacco. The first consumed product, first, rice and gasoline. If it's not rice and gasoline, why you can't pass a law that will generate revenue to invest in other sectors? They're not trying to do that. They are trying to do little project here there so they can be seen, not in the interest of the people. Here's a definition of politics. Politics is working in the interest of the people, not in your
Mr. Gay, can I ask you a question real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's hypothetically we say the Liberian people are tired with CDC and tired with CDC and UP. Mm-hmm. And you have Musa Ability of the CMC, mm-hmm. and you have Cummings, you mm-hmm. gave Cummings, mm-hmm. and Musa Ability to the Liberian people to make a choice. Mm-hmm. What do you think would be the Liberian people's choice?
First and foremost, without even thinking, it will be Cummings, not because I am in an ANC. Let's look at this. Mr. Cummings have done a lot of projects across Liberia. He didn't brag about those projects. Not only that, you take Mr. Cummings outside of Liberia globally. He's well known. He has the global international connection. He has the presentation. He has worked closely with Mr. Ability. And Mr. Ability can vouch for Mr. Cummings' integrity, quality, and leadership style. The very representative Musa Ability or Chairman Musa Ability, because he's not the political leader of a party, right? Will vouch for Mr. Cummings. And the two understand that this man, Mr. Cummings, has what it takes to be the leader of Liberia. I don't think Musa Ability doubted. I don't think Mr. Cummings is even frightened that Mr. Ability in the launch of political party. I don't think so.
I didn't say, Liberian people, if you are watching the show in the comment section, if you are given a choice between Ability and Cummings 2029, what would be your choice? In the comment section, just make your comment. Let us see hypothetically. Okay, the Liberian people are tired with CDC and UP.
But you know this comment section
no, but
is
listen
not
now.
all of Liberia, right?
But listen.
It's not even quarter of Liberia. It's not even 1% of Liberia.
Anthony Gay, what you afraid now?
Afraid for what? What are you?
Okay, I'm saying here. If we were to hypothetically now say CDC and UP order the packet, right? We got the CMC, and we have the ANC here. Who do you think the Liberian people will pick? You say no. You say Cummings has the international gravitas. The Liberian people on the ground
not just international gravitas. He worked.
Listen,
and set an example of what he can do.
Listen, we are saying here. You said
you want for the put it here?
They don't put it here.
you know, like ANC put
I know. I've seen it already. I see ABC. I see it. That's what makes it interactive. Let it come on. Sooner or later, the Musa Belede.
No. I know what he's doing. He's testing the water. Mr. Gibbon is testing the water. Don't mind.
You see, listen. The people say they don't want UP. Listen, they don't want UP. They don't want CDC.
But Mr. Gibbon,
now we got Musa Belede and ANC and Cummings. Let's see what the people say. Let's hear what the people say. We're gonna do this here all week long. We'll see.
Musa Belede was elected on CPP ticket. You know that, right?
What?
He was elected on CPP ticket. Oh, you know what of that?
Listen, I know CPP. I know CPP. We're not talking CPP, because CPP is now a natural death, right? You know that, right? CPP died a natural death.
Right? Musa Belede have the utmost respect for Mr. Cummings, and vice versa. Mr. Cummings also has respect for him. They both work hand in hand. They are not going at lockerhead. They have a mutual friendship that is strong.
I'm asking you.
I just want you to know that.
You said Cummings has international exposure, international exposure and all that. But what? But he has not done anything on the. He has not done anything on the ground that the people can feel.
Say that one more time.
He has not done anything on the ground that the people in Nima, Basso, Bong, Lofa can feel and say, this is what he has done. I know you said he donated a generator.
Hold on.
You said
hold on, listen. The famous Prince Johnson Polytechnic that the Nibians and other citizens of Liberia are benefiting from today. Mr. Cummings donated $50,000 to it. Are you aware?
Listen.
Oh, no. Not only that.
You get 50,000 out of Prince Johnson. You get 50,000 out of Prince Johnson.
On projects.
You get Prince Johnson 50,000 and you say you give it to Nima people?
No. Hold on. Listen, keenly. The Polytechnic, the money was donated to the school project. For the school project, that Liberians and all Liberians who are not Liberians, who are not from Nima country, are benefiting today from that Polytechnic.
Mm-hmm. Listen.
Mr. Cummings has other small projects in Nima County. They buying themselves and tell you about it.
You mentioned Musa Belede and Cummings in Nima County. You wasting your time. You mentioned Musa Belede, his achievement in Nima, and you talk about Cummings in Nima. You wasting your time.
Hold on.
You're wasting your time. There's no comparison there.
No, hold on.
You talk about 50,000 now. You get a Prince Johnson.
Pump your brakes. This is not comparison Mr. Cummings and Belede in Nima County, right? Outside of Nima County, Mr. Belede is a businessman in Liberia, just like Mr. Cummings is, right? Mr. Cummings has done 22 projects across Liberia. 22, including Grand Bassa.
Like what? I'm from Bassa. I never saw Cummings.
2002.
What did Cummings do in Bassa?
Mr. Cummings in Grand Bassa delivering medical supplies.
Look. Listen, man. Musa Belede building bridges. You talking about medical supply? What's wrong with you?
Hold on. So medical supply.
Building hospital. You talking about medical supply?
So you have two. Hold on. You have two sitting senators today. and I share a video with Tomalin of your own Grand Bassa County, you're not outraged of what the sitting senators and the representatives in Grand Bassa looking at your county right now, where Manders went there and contaminated the water of the people, of the local people.
That's correct.
You're not outraged by that, but you are outraged by a private citizen who is not in government and he's only doing his philanthropic work, and you want to, compare him to another, government official?
No, he wants to come into government, right?
Yeah, but let me get you this. Per our constitution, it's not a prerequisite to becoming the president.
I understand.
And this is what I'm asking you. This is why the president of Burkina Faso said that we will not allow politicians to buy their way into positions by doing petty protests here and there. We will set the stage so that politicians will come into office because our people see competence in them. Not
so
by
building a bridge is petty project. Building a bridge is petty project.
Listen here. If the government fail to do what it's supposed to do,
Anthony, you gotta be relaxed. Anthony, you gotta be relaxed. Yeah, what you doing there? Like, I mean, you don't. I mean, relax. Ain't no, but
okay. So let me present.
They say you're not a good manager for them because the way you do it. So
he's passionate. He's very passionate. That's a good thing. He's passionate.
I'm a passionate speaker, but listen here, Mr. Gaiman. Pay attention. Honor our Constitution. It is not the responsibility of any lawmaker to build roads, bridges. Those are government functions. It's the executive responsibility to do those work. Back to the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, a 36-year-old young man, says politicians will not have the luxury to buy their way by petty projects in exchange for political gain.
Listen,
this is why his government is doing what they're supposed to do, so politicians don't seize that moment.
Did you listen to Musa Ability yesterday? He said when the people call him to donate a ferry on the St. John River connecting Bon County and Nimba County, he said the elder said in his old age, he said Tutman visited this spot. We put him in a hammock. We toted him across the water, and he promised us he was going to build a bridge here. Talbot came here. He promised he would build this bridge. All we need is a ferry. And Musa Ability say, my people, we will try not to get you a ferry. We will rally our people with our own money, and we're going to build you a bridge. That's over a century. And you're going to call that a petty project?
Can I hold you right there?
Go ahead.
Good. So, Mr. Gilman, the legislature have 3 cardinal functions.
We understand this. Don't
and
go
the
there.
legislature, listen here. The legislature has the ability to usher in a national legislation that will develop the country, not out of the pocket of an individual. It is unfortunate that we will sit here and wait for a politician to use his personal gesture as a way of developing our country, when that same politician is given the responsibility to introduce national legislation that will develop the country. Look, the game is over.
Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Then you can chime in on it.
Okay, come on.
Okay, when Musa Ability was electrifying the entire district, who were going with him to dedicate all the projects? And our Cummins were going with Musa Ability when he was building all the bridges before he became a member of the House. Cummins was going with him to dedicate the lights and the bridges. Cummins was right there. Cummins knew they were good.
Let me speak to that again. Remember the other day, the vehicle donated to the comprehensive healthcare team in his district with his name engraved on it.
That's correct. Rightfully
Yes,
so.
what I said to that again. It was an act of commercializing his name.
Of course.
It's good. It's an advertisement. It's an ad in marketing. What we do in marketing is that when you take a project and brand it after you, that is branding. That's what we call branding. Selling oneself or product is branding. That is what that is. If you are a private citizen, however, you can do those things. Once you occupy government office, you have limitation to certain things that you do. One of them is that.
Show me
the code of conduct.
Show me the
read
law.
the code of conduct of Liberia.
Read it to me now.
I don't have it in my hand right now.
So if you don't have it, you can't reference it.
Listen, I'm referencing that. Again,
you can't reference that.
The unfortunate thing is the inability of the national administration to do her part of the work, give birth to these things that you are celebrating, right?
Great.
If
Ellen failed to do that, right?
Oh yeah, they failed.
Okay.
I recognize that the national administration failed.
They seen Ellen,
but that is not the work of a lawmaker.
Comey celebrated Ellen. In fact, Ellen conferred upon him the highest honor in the nation, right?
Yes, because he was a private citizen. He was doing great work.
There you go.
There, government employee.
Yeah, there you go. Tomalin George, the man, just hang himself. Now you were Friday.
No. Listen here. That go step.
And then he went and helped Ellen. Now you hear talking about petty projects.
You try to distort my word. When Musa Benete did it as a private citizen, it was great. As a government employee or an elected official in government office, no. Again, we Liberians give birth to bad things and we think it's good. Read your constitution. Read the code of conduct.
Mr. Gale, can you read? We understand that. Can you give me the section of the code of conduct that says Musa Bello cannot build bridge?
Tomorrow I come on the show. I'll give
Thank you.
Mr. Right. Because let me say this.
Let me progress. Okay. Let me progress.
Yeah, that big progress.
Progress. We got a long time for that debate. Long debate. But
he's coming here next week, right?
We
hopefully.
Hopefully. But I think he's heading back to Liberia now, so he will. So he will handle that when he gets back on the ground. But we in discussion with him. He'll be coming. But he definitely sure he'll be here.
Mr. George, that letter you read from COP.
Yeah.
The most important part of that is they are warning him. Don't wait for 2027, 2028 to come here running around.
But Mr. Cummings live in Liberia. I think I say the man.
Yeah, but you know, also why I'm thinking about that letter too is this though. Okay. Why I'm thinking about that letter is this too. Don't forget now, CDC, COP, the young people there, they are saying also that Mr. Cummings, also telling him, Mr. Cummings, don't wait. In other words, you're telling him to come.
Yeah.
Come. Now, they reaching out to him. Okay? So, in other words, they're telling you.
There are other citizens that like Mr. Cummings,
citizens, they always say that the second choice is Cummings. So, they assume that if for some reason, the way I say, I'm not running tomorrow, or I don't want to run, they're telling you also that way they're going to be heading. So, don't overlook it. Don't overlook that kind of because it's rare to see CDC young people there recognize. They come out and receive a lot of awards, but they recognize and say, "This is an award you're receiving." Yeah, you know. But anyway,
we are saying don't wait for 2027, 2028.
It's not waiting.
Huh?
Let me tell you something.
But you know, go to the next topic.
At the end of the month, a few days from now, or the first week in April,
Myean Post.
We'll launch something that USA you and Myean, and we'll launch it on the beach. Oh. The representatives, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Representative Marvin Cole. Please give us some sound.
Good afternoon to the people of District Number 3. Good afternoon to the people of Bon County. Good afternoon to the people of Liberia. Distinguished.
Okay.
Yes, low. You can give a little bit of volume.
Interest you, the Liberians, to understand ahead of the Bill of Information hearings tomorrow, some of the unforeseen circumstances that surrounding that Bill of Information and some of the intelligence that we have received. We thought to unearth those information that we have received. You know, it is a critical and a defining moment in our country where we are faced with political stalemate at the House of Representatives. Individuals calling themselves majority, but I tell them as lawless individuals decided to seize power and then overthrow a democratically elected speaker, which they have not succeeded to do that. Now, it is our understanding that the Bill of Information has been scheduled for tomorrow. Argument will be heard from across the aisle from the two different sides, and it is our hope that the Supreme Court will impartially, unequivocally, clearly state what they meant when they said ultra-virus, when they interpreted Article 33 and Article 49. Article 33, my understanding of their opinion, if you have majority without the democratically elected speaker, whatever you do will be termed and considered ultra-virus. Mr. Speaker, in Article 49, you are the speaker. But to conduct any business and take a decision without quorum of 33, Article 33, whatever you do will be ultra-virus. And I believe Councillor J. Fonanti Kofa, the Speaker of the 55th, has observed that ruling of the court. Prior to that ruling, he believes that the Constitution must be respected, and we have done everything to respect the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. Now, why do we call this press conference? It is unconfirmed, but you know, our local language or parlance, people say, where there is smoke, it's likely that you see fire. Vice President Kuhn is trying to use undue influence, but we believe in the integrity of the court and those members of the bench, from the Chief Justice to all of the 4 associate justices. Those individuals are people with impeccable character, people of integrity that you cannot ban it, you cannot do anything. We are calling on the Vice President to stop his undue influence. The law is the law, and you are not going to bend the law in any means. It is clearly understood and believed that he's placing call to members of the Supreme Court bench trying to gamble the CJ position, because you know that the Chief Justice soon to retire. And he assuring some of the justices, those people are smarter than you are, Mr. Vice President. They know that the law is the law. Once the CJ is out, retire honorably, and another CJ will be appointed. I know that this is the game that he's continuing to play. The best thing we anticipated from this Vice President, not to be a supporter of the Joseph Boakai-led government, but to be a fixer. When the crisis ensued, as a second president who sits at the legislature, the Constitution, the framework of the Constitution, the reason they thought that the Vice President should be at the legislature. When you have crisis, that Vice President will be here to mitigate peace. But at no point in time, he had tried to mitigate peace. And his public utterances only suggest that he's backing the lawless majority of those individuals. When he was at the United States, in the United States of America, he was being quizzed. And he said, the government, Fonatikova, has lost legitimacy where the chaplain general, where the chief clerk will be, where the sergeant at arms will be, and that area is considered to be quorum. It was the most laughable things I've heard in my life for the Vice President of our country to have made such staggering revelation. I believe it was disingenuous on his part. It only further validate his alignment with these individuals to invade the Constitution of the Republic. And that is why he had conducted himself. He went to the point where he said the Minister of Justice interpreted the opinion of the Supreme Court. Mr. Vice President, no statute within our jurisprudence that gave the Minister of Justice the authority to interpret any law of our country. No authority, no constitutional power. The Constitution is clear. the Minister of Justice only render pieces of advice to the president as per the law. The only branch of government that has the authority to interpret statute and laws of our country, that's the judicial branch of government. And if they did so, I believe this man, it was the same game our vice president played. They promised the Minister of Justice that he's going to be the next CJ, and he should come up and make a statement along with the religious, the constitutional or legal advisor to the president, Mr. Bushman Keita, and then Vani Sherman, who is the lawyer. All of them concocted this plan to plunge this country into chaos, because their advice to the president that the president listened to, that it meant what the Supreme Court meant, that the lawless majority were proceeding rightly based on his advice. The president acted, and I thought within the executive decided to do business with the lawless majority. That could have led this country into civil crisis. But because of our tolerance and the maturity of our leader, J. Fernandez Kofa, the speaker, we continue to play safe because we do not want to return to the dark days. Based on the erroneous, baseless criminal interpretation or advice of the Minister of Justice to the president, I'm calling on the president or the Minister of Justice, the honorable thing to do is to resign ahead of the hearing of the Honorable Supreme Court. And the Chief Justice and members of the Supreme Court, you know the interpretation you gave. And to have the dean of the Honorable Supreme Court misinforming the public clearly in your face, I think he has no more standing to stand before that bench or that august body to argue in terms of law. I think he has lost jurisdiction over our legal system, and he got no morality. There's a man who holds American passport. It's not important to the discourse, but I think these are some of the things the American needs to investigate this man to come here and misrepresent the interests of the Liberian people and the national security interests of the international partners that we have. I think it's wrong, and we'll continue to encourage them. The only place now we have faith is the military within our republic. You can see the police, the country that turned to a police state today, students being brutalized by police. The government is intolerant, and they are massacring people, they're destroying people, they're doing all kinds of things. I think this is going out of hand. So, head of the Bureau of Information, I'll encourage members of the Supreme Court to remain steadfast. Do not threaten the Chief Justice that if you did not come up or try to sway the law, you will not receive your benefit. This country does not belong to the Vice President or the Joseph Boakai administration. I know these actions, the President is not aware. There are individuals who are spoilers within the Joseph Boakai administration. They are believing to put more pressure on the old man so that he can give her the goals, and then they will assume criminally the democratically elected seat of our republic, that is the presidency. The presidency of this republic has been desecrated, and I'm hoping that will not continue in our vein. But I can say to anybody, it is our prayers that President Boakai will go beyond 2029, and even 2039, he will go beyond that. It is our prayers and hope that the Almighty God will keep him, because they are agents, they are demons at the doors of this country that are willing to put this country back into a bloodshed. The only hope we have is God to protect the life of Joseph Boakai until he can save the term power in 2029, which I know he will do honorably. So that is why I thought to encourage every one of us and to encourage members of the Supreme Court bench. If us lawmakers cannot bow down to the pressure from these people, I know that members of the Supreme Court should not bow down to any pressure, no telephone calls in the night, no harassment. Do not be misled. No gift from the devil is free. Somebody is promising you that they will convince the president to appoint or nominate you as the next Supreme Court Chief Justice. That is completely baseless. You have more wisdom and intelligence that you cannot allow one elementary group of people to come and misinform you and mislead you. I said President Boakai does not need spoilers. So those individuals who have decided to be spoilers, let them go find different place and know. And who are the underminers? They go to the president and make the president to know that the CDC, the other political opposition, they want to bring your government down. Mr. President, we can assure you by our conduct over the past 4 months with our salaries, with our benefits, I wonder you, the president, if you had an opportunity that your salary and benefit will be stopped as the president of the republic, how and when your family going to survive. But we have withstood the test of times and believe that the rule of law must be upheld at every given time. That's why we have not encouraged violence. But the serpent theory, if you push the serpent to the wall, at the end day, the serpent will return to bite you. And when it comes to bite, the venom will be very terrible for you. What we want to send, the message we want to send will continue to be law-abiding until we hear from the Supreme Court. Every well-meaning Liberian that will listen to me today, we encourage you to turn up to support the rule of law, to stand by the Constitution of this republic. Any nation without the rule of law is a nation that is poised to go to civil crisis or a nation that poised to fall. So I'm hoping that all our citizens, our friends across the world, our international partners, I think it is now about time to call on the Americans, the European Union, all these international partners, the West African region, that nobody should give credence to these people because you open your doors and they hold meetings for you. This is what continue to encourage the impasse of the legislature. There need to be urgent sanction, urgent doors should be closed before these people. And because Liberians are not prepared to run, see in the streets of Monrovia today, students, now they are protesting because no instructors in the classroom. When you came, the first that the people gave you told them you've come to rescue and you are going to increase their salary. You are not doing that. Rather, you are brutalizing them. It's so sad. So I want to just encourage members of the press and our citizens. Maybe I will take one or two questions, and then that will be the end of this conversation.
So I think he misspoke that it was in a moment he used the word massacre. I don't think he meant that word massacre.
Representative Marvin Cole from the minority bloc. Tomorrow, March 26th, the Supreme Court will be hearing arguments on the bill information filed by the minority bloc, and there will be the both sides will be arguing before the Supreme Court. And so, from what according to Representative Marvin Cole, he's saying that they got information that the vice president is trying to influence in the meantime, before I speak, they say there's currently a huge fire at at LPRC. The BAM is the entrance where ships that bring in petroleum into the LPRC from the sea.
That's
the
not a good.
By the name of Strinder arrived at the LPRC this evening by 6:30 p.m. with 8,905,000 metric ton of gasoline, and discharging was ongoing when the fire started. The discharging has now been halted. Liberia National Fire Service truck, the MPA Fire Service truck are all there as I speak, but has no means of entering to where the fire is. The folks at LPRs are currently using buckets and seawater to put out the fire.
Okay.
But the fire is still raging on. Oh my God.
Well, first of all, it's a serious stuff. This is.
I'm praying. I hope that.
This is LPRC right here. This is the fire, Mr. Tomalin, George.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a serious.
You don't pour water on fire. You don't pour water on a flammable material like gasoline. There are other material you use. Oh, Liberia.
Yep.
Wow. But let's pray. I hope that fire is well under control. Challenges we have in our country, you know.
Once there is inflammable material like fuel oil, gasoline, or cooking gas, propane, those stuff, you don't use water. Oh God.
Yeah, I pray that fire don't spread, and I pray they put under control because we just cannot afford to see our.
I'm not a firefighter, but You work in these big things, but you have to go for training and stuff.
A lucrative entity like LPRC, you think they will have their own fire trucks, their own fire department on standby?
They're supposed to have their own fire department.
Yeah, right there at all times. This is the most flammable part of the country.
Oh yeah.
You think they will
So
have
a whole team specialized in that area
of course.
Fire situation, inflammable, dealing with inflammable substance every day. You have to have a whole team specialized in that area. You can't wait for regular fire people to come to you. Lord help our country.
Look at the fire. Oh my God. Look at that.
Yeah. But the people don't even have the proper equipment.
They beating the fire.
I can simply say that men and women
I know you had the thing.
at the bottom of one more year. Firemen, the FPRC, National Fire Service, the NPA. I can simply say to the terminal that the fire has been extinguished. The fire has been extinguished. We fucking ready. I can simply say the fire has been extinguished. Finally. Everybody, men who are on the front line. As you can see, there is no blaze, there is no trace of fire. Yes, we have finally succeeded.
Thank God. At least if they shut the vibe up. If they shut the vibe up, yes, they can.
Yeah, our country.
Can you imagine?
But man, our country in the serious man. This ESF it tells you that our country is
the people beating the fire. and they have their own media team there. This is
and
not,
after
this
all of this,
this is not an independent. It's not an independent media person there. Whoever got plum tree in our area, that I break all the tree. Look.
I see it.
What is this?
It's not easy, man. I see you.
Look, Mr. Gamer, the funny part is after 2 months, you go back down there, they will not even have a fire in place.
Oh,
well, look, we gotta pray for Liberia every day.
Man, that by the grace of God, people living in that country. Yeah, I can tell you.
Let's move on our show, yeah.
Can you imagine the everybody firefighter or the LPRC, they have done it. They beat the fire back to hell.
Oh, have mercy.
Well, the Supreme Court is expected to entertain legal argument on Wednesday, March 26th, in connection to House Speaker Councillor Fonati Kofa's Bill of Information, following a 5-month delay by the High Court. Kofa's request to the High Court is seeking for an interpretation of the Supreme Court's December 6, 2024 judgment after Justice Minister Councillor Oswald Twerds account to President Joseph Boakai regarding the court's decision on the matter. Minister Twerds' interpretation of the Supreme Court opinion to President Joseph Boakai. President Joseph Boakai. I lost my thing. Okay. Yeah. According to our judicial correspondent, led to the executive branch of government doing business with the majority bloc headed by Richard Kuhn. At the same time, reports say Wednesday's legal proceeding will see the respondent lawyer, Councillor Vani Sharma, is considering an application to the High Court to seek for a recusal of Associate Justice Yami Gbese from Wednesday's argument, following the public statement on the matter when Kofa's Bill of Information was still before them for determination. On February 10, 2024, Justice Gbese told lawyers at the opening of the February 10 of court in Nima County that Justice of the Supreme Court boycotted from President Boakai's annual address a Capitol building on the grounds that the city lawmakers on the majority bloc was illegal. Our correspondent further said that many legal pundits believe that the Supreme Court pending decision regarding the interpretation of their own legal that will certainly bring to the end, of course, to this long months of long legal internal wrangling. Thank you, Myean. Myean, again, my Myean D. Torgbean. Thank you for this reporting, Myean. Good reporting. So tomorrow, Supreme Court will be hearing the arguments. from the majority bloc, and Vice Chairman already saying that he calling for the Supreme Court to recuse as Justice Bese, because Bese said they boycotted because the sitting of that other branch was illegal. So based on that, he said the mayor, but the mayor was speaking in a position as Associate Justice.
That's
so
correct.
when he spoke, there have been nowhere where the other justices of the Supreme Court have debunked of criticizing him or say, well, to distance themselves from him. So, like the people say, like tomorrow we hope to find out after the argument, the Supreme Court will now come up with a date and say, well, we'll get our final opinion in this matter on this day, so the thing come to an end. But what you say, Mr. Gaiman, on this issue?
Look, the force cannot have it both ways. The Supreme Court Chief Justice or justices of the Supreme Court, they do not have time off. You can't say I'm a Supreme Court justice only when I'm in chamber. It's just like a police officer. Once you are a police officer, you are always a police officer. You cannot say, well, I am not on duty. I'm in a bar and there's a fight here, people killing each other. I can't get involved because I'm off duty. That's not how it works. You are empowered to safeguard the nation. The justice was speaking in his capacity as a member of a team. And he said, this is why we never did ABC. Nobody from the Supreme Court has debunked, has ever come out with a position that says otherwise. So this is one of those legal wrangling that got Mr. Sherman where he is out of the Senate, sanctioned, and all his investment in the United States frozen because of being that kind of crooked human being he is. How can you go to the Supreme Court and ask them, or the man was speaking on behalf of the group, and you're going to ask him or you ask the group to excuse themselves, and then who's going to administer justice? This is pure nonsense. It is one of those tactics that will say, throw the case out. And you know they're not going to throw it out. So this is a tactic that a criminal or maybe this man should have been disbarred. And this is the problem we have in Liberia. This is the man that was accused for stealing, corruption, with corresponding evidences, return check, money transfer, wire transfer, conversations. And yet, he is still before the Supreme Court preaching. Never lost his license. I yield to you, Mr. Gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Gaiman, you're on point there with the position of the Supreme Court Associate Justice. Listen, the first time Councilor Sherman went to the Supreme Court representing the majority bloc, his argument was the Supreme Court had no jurisdiction on hearing a legislative case. It is a political matter. He was wrong. The Constitution made it clear that the Supreme Court is a higher arbiter of the law. That includes if there is a dispute at the Liberian legislature, whether the Senate or the House of Representatives, if the law needs to be interpreted at the legislature or any other misunderstanding or misapplication of the law. So I don't know how he got his law license. I am not a lawyer, but I don't need a law degree to understand law. It was so clean. Israel in California went to court with our lawyer, and the lawyer was angry why he stood in the court. And the judge responded that he has the right to represent himself. He took 6 months to learn about the property law and zoning law in California and represent himself and won the case. So a private citizen can understand law, and once you have the evidence on your side, you can represent yourself. So I don't have to be a lawyer. The circumstances here surrounding this particular case, the majority black lawyer have argued that the Supreme Court is stepping out of bounds. It's their point of argument. So right now, it's like somebody's falling into the deep river and just grabbing to anything that will hold for them so they don't fall into the river, even though there is nothing there for them to hold on to. This is the counselor is doing right now. The opinion of an associate justice remain as it is. Even here in the United States, I think recent time, Justice Robert, the Chief Justice of the United States, made an opinion on something that Trump did because he felt as though he was going too far. He was compelled to say something. So these people, they don't just talk on things, but I don't see where the Supreme Court will rule any way differently from what they have said. I think they're just going to be more clearer, where there's not going to be any form of ambiguity, people using that word ultra vires and confused and others, so many different interpretations of that word. Look, the fact that the Supreme Court, the entire bench, boycotted an event that required their presence, it is mandated by Constitution that the full bench of the Supreme Court attend the SONA, the State of the Union address. This is the reason why the protocol address in sequential order that the president go from, the Senate president to the Speaker of the House and all the different dignitaries that are there, including the Chief Justice and the Associate Justices of the Supreme Court of Liberia. There is a reason why. It is not a matter of choice. That is not a choice. You are compelled to be there. The fact that they boycotted that, it was a statement made that they will uphold.
Well, Marvin Cole, I think he's basically saying that because they're accusing the vice president of trying to influence the justices of the Supreme Court, that because Chief Justice you will be retiring next year, I think by June. So they're saying that he's trying to influence them by telling them one of them will be Chief Justice, whatever the case. But this is a serious case and a landmark case, and the Justice of the Supreme Court, nobody can stop can hold their budget. Nobody can hold them. They can hold anybody try to hold that person in contempt. They can even jail that person. And the Minister of Finance try to play with their money. They can even put that person in jail. They can pay that person or do whatever. They can do anything to that person. So
sorry, man.
They're simply saying that do not temper, do not call them, whatever the case. But that case is being watched by everybody around the world. So I want to see how the Supreme Court will come from saying this. Richard Kuhn and his majority bloc, they are proceeding to by way of ultra-virus illegally to come and they'll say that they are legal now. We want to see it because it's glaring. It's clear that the ruling is favor or the minority bloc, and it was ask them to report to return to status quo ante, where Speaker Kofa would reside and decide whether he want to continue or say, well, perhaps I want to step aside and let have new election. We don't know, but that's what we see it happening. But so for me, that's what I can say about that case.
I see no reason. There is no evidence. There is no case study that I know that I've heard of that will have the Supreme Court do a 360-degree or do a flip-flop like they are hoping. And when the folks are talking about bribery, they have a legitimate reason because it was the same Vanny Sherman. When they first questioned him about the case where he was accused for receiving $900,000, the global witness case, he says, let them take me to the Supreme Court. It's like taking fish to the water. I'm not afraid of water. This is a man who is boasting for bribing and cheating from any court, including the Supreme Court. Taking him to the Supreme Court, he has no fear. He's not intimidated. because he feels he's a fish in the water, and every fish in there knows him. So when these folks are dealing with somebody of this nature, somebody with their bad reputation for bribery and theft, to be representing another bad group that is stealing is reason to be concerned. But I like what he said. He said the judiciary now is our last hope, meaning the judiciary has no choice but to stand on what they said. The Fonanti Kofa cannot make any laws or pass any bill or do any business because he doesn't have a quorum. And that's a fact. The majority Black cannot host a meeting, even though they have a quorum, without a legitimate speaker. That's a fact. So anyone who goes out there, and Vanny Sherman should be ashamed of himself because he was part of the legislative branch. He was part of the Senate. No wonder they kick him out for poor performance. But to go to the Supreme Court and ask a legitimate constitutionally available justice of the court to recuse himself because he spoke on behalf of his team is shameful. It's disgraceful to our jurisprudence. It's disgraceful to our Constitution. And this is why one of the people that I met at the Royal Hotel over breakfast says, you cannot compare the American system to Liberia. You will be transferring technology. Liberia is unique. They do things their way here. And she was done. This is what they were referring to. These people do not even adhere to what is written on paper, what they wrote, including the Vanny Sherman himself. He's a member of the bar and a member of the judiciary to recuse himself because he spoke on behalf of the team. Thank you very much on that topic.
Yeah. So we just we'll find out tomorrow what happens after the argument before the Supreme Court, and let this impasse come to an end so that the country can move on. Our last topic today, we'll talk about the Nimba County elections. The Nimba election, as you know, is the candidates have been announced, and they're all in Nimba campaigning. I think started the campaigning, and we are getting to some of them already. Some of them trying to see if they can make an appearance. And we announced today again that if you want, they are free to send their surrogates here to come and make their case for them. But if a candidate wants to have a whole show, the candidate got to pay for it. We'll not give you free 2-3 hour free airtime. No, you pay for that time, and you will have an opportunity to come and make your case for your candidate. So if you want to come and talk about your candidate for 3 hours or 2 hours 30 minutes, usually we'll give 2 hours 30 minutes. You pay $200, and you can get a free time to talk, and the people will listen to you all in Nimba and so forth. But if you want to send your surrogates, you can send them, make the case for you. And tomorrow, closing argument, our correspondent in Liberia, Samson Mosero, will be in the south, going to the southeast. He's going to go and come report from there live. You talk to the everyday people, the people on the ground, how they feel about what's happening in the country, what's the thought process, how do they see the president's performance, and whether they are satisfied with what's happening. You will talk to them and get a think of what's happening in the hinterland. He will also be making stops in Nimba, in Ganta, Sanikole, and so forth to get some views from the people. And again, I want to say thanks to Eugenia GW, one of our most loyal followers on the closing argument, for facilitating that trip. She made it possible for him to be in the Southeast, and he will be there. He's already got the vehicle all gassed up and ready to just take off tomorrow morning, and he'll be there for about a week, and then he will hear from him. But after he returns from the Southeast, and Nima will be sending a team to Nima for the election. They'll be there for the campaign period to the election. And again, the Nima by-election for April 22nd will be monitored closely, and we'll make sure that it's covered, and we'll make sure that no one gets to cheat or whatever they go to do it to win fraudulently. Will be monitored closely. So let's see what happens. But that's your thoughts about the Nima election. I've seen how they call him. What he using Prophet Key campaigning too. I saw him campaigning.
That was little Prophet Key over Prophet Key putting us some crowd. I know.
Anything
I
happening,
think it's good for our candidate when Prophet Key is getting some crowd. Good for my candidate, the person I'm supporting, and I'm not ashamed to call her name. The only female candidate in the race, the Honorable, Kehleboe Gongloe. I'm supporting her because I believe she brings some kind of executive level leadership to the county and to Liberia at large. And I think she has the competence to represent the people of Nima County and Liberia at large. She has a track record as a fighter. She fought last time, came close to winning the election with 38,000 votes. And, she conceded after they announced the result, even though she protested. They went to the court, and when the court decided, she accepted the results, and she packed her things. Waited for the opportunity again, and the opportunity presents itself once again. So the people of Nima County, here's your daughter, your sister, your auntie, your wife, and your neighbor, a down-to-earth lady, a well-accomplished lady, waiting to represent a major county. Look, our constitution says we need 30% of women represented at the Liberian legislature and across government. We have not even crossed 5% nationwide yet. Currently there are 11 elected positions in Nima County, 9 representative seats and 2 senatorial seats. In the last, 3 or 4 national elections, we have yet to have a female representation in Nima County. Out of the 9 represented currently, none of them are female, and the one senator also is not a female, and the senator who vacated this seat also wasn't a female. I'm not just supporting a female, I'm supporting a competent female. So I hope people don't understand this as just a gender gap thing. It is a reality that Nima County is one of the vote-rich counties and have more electoral seats after, Maserado, if I'm not mistaken, is the second larger electoral seats in the country. Nima County had 11. So we should respect them. And so I want to give my blessing, my support, and my words of encouragement to all young people in Nima County to throw their weight behind Madam Kehleboe Gongloe. Give her the chance. She's a fighter, so she can represent the people with respect and dignity, and showcase what she has to offer. We want more women, young women, middle-aged women, competent women, not just female, but competent females, to be part of the political process, to be part of our national leadership. Liberia set a record of having the first elected female president in Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And so we got to continue this trend. Women do lead with distinction. Women, they are good decision makers. And we should not overlook them. They are not only just good in the kitchen, they are also good decision makers too on the table. And so I want to make that point.
Well, Mr. Gay, that was a great soliloquy For men who are not paying for a spot, you did a great job. But I just want to remind you
maybe my pay was spot.
yeah, I just want to remind you what Honorable Musa Ability said here. We don't disagree that the woman is qualified, that she will make a great senator. All Musa Ability is saying to you guys and to the people of Nimba, you have a young man. You see, Chief. You see how the man treated me. The man spent 5 minutes talking about his candidate. I'm just saying what Musa Ability said. He said the CNC candidate the CNC party has a candidate that we need to take a look at. His name is Mark Myean, right? They say he has been working in the county throughout. He knows every district. He worked with everybody. He knows every district. He's young. He's vibrant. Very, very innovative. Very creative, they say. So what they are saying here is they are asking the likes of Anthony Gay to give Mark a look. Read about Mike. Ask people whether they know him. What has he done in the county? Where has he been? What is his track record? That's all they're asking you. He is saying if you look at Mike or Mark and you just
Mike.
Yeah. If you juxtapose his work with anybody in Nimba County, you may change your mind. I'm not speaking for Mike Myean. I'm telling you need to go and take a look at this young man. I want to believe because they say Edith Gongloe, Honorable Edith Gongloe knows him very well because he worked with her when she was superintendent. So he looked like a great guy. So Honorable Gay, you need to take a look at Mark Myean. He's a great candidate.
I know Mark Myean. Mark Myean gave up Jeremiah Coon.
There you go.
He gave up Jeremiah Coon.
So you know him very well.
And I agree with Jeremiah Coon.
He's a hard-working. We're not talking about Jeremiah Coon here. We're talking about Mark Myean. Mark Myean is a great guy. We want you to take a look at him. Now, I'm glad that you admitted you know him. He's a hard-working kid. He knows what he's doing. So we are asking Edith to take a second look at this young man. And maybe she will come out and tell you, say he's a great candidate. He will make a great senator. I'm not endorsing him. I don't know who he is.
Let me play a double advocate here. As a hiring manager, there are certain things that I look for when I'm interviewing candidates. As a hiring manager, when I'm interviewing candidates, there are certain things that I look for in a potential candidate to assume.
Chief Tomalin George is about to send you the bill. That's what you're talking about.
And so
you're running in the campaign without paying you. We can't send you the bill.
But no problem. But based on my analysis, I have.
Well, for me, like I said, right, because we are the host on this platform.
Right, you can't endorse.
We're taking sides yet, but we pray for the best candidate to win. Again, we wish Nimba citizens and the people of Nimba County the best. We pray that they elect the best person to represent their interests. Someone who will take issue with metal, steel, and all the companies' concessions are operating in Nimba.
Someone who will read the fine print of the documents.
Demand a fair share of the revenues that's coming from my county. And I think under the WIA administration, I think that they decided to share the revenue costs of concession with the county. So I think that this government have followed through with it too, I think. So we look forward to that. But that's the Nimba election. We can't talk much because we have no side to play in until the time comes. We know what's happening. But let's go to Lone Star. I will end our show now. So Myean, play our Lone Star goal. Let me see that goal, Lone Star.
Oh yeah.
Play that goal, Lone Star.
In the third place now.
And on his debut, he manages to find the back of the net.
Oh, they make it at 32?
Yo, the man's cool.
Yeah, right in the goalkeeper.
Play ball over the top, lovely flick, and there's a chance for a goal. Oh, the acrobatics and Liberia take the lead. Look at that, sensational. Nicholas Andrews, and on his debut, he manages to find the back of the net.
Nicholas Andrews, the first game, I think, for Lone Star. Wow.
Yep.
That's a beautiful goal.
Yes.
Play ball over the top, lovely flick, and there's a chance for a goal. Oh, the acrobatics and like.
Oh man,
And
So
whereby
if we win the remaining game, we can make it to the World Cup.
And Myean, play the one Nigeria and Zimbabwe drew. But I want the last thing I sent you. Play me here. What the guy is mad. Let's hear the Nigerian guy.
Oh, Nigeria drew with Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yeah. Play Myean. Wow. Play the last thing I sent you, man.
In Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner. If it's not the Chinese, it's the American, it's the British. Our electricity.
Not the one. I think the one with the Nigerian guy.
I saw the guy in green.
Yeah, so we're tracking this thing that if we win our remaining matches, we'll make it to the World Cup 2026.
I mean, what they want Nigeria scoring? Oh, okay, let me find it quick. Nigeria guy, imagine Nigeria mad with the owner defeat, the owner game. Yeah, let me find it. Oh, okay, I think it says, is it? No, this one. Nigerian guy, but I think I don't think it's QE. Yeah, but Nigeria drew Zimbabwe and the guy with the malware, but Zimbabwe, they said they posted Nigeria's football changing around the world, man. What are you talking about?
But Nigeria had too many stars that play international football. How come they join with Zimbabwe?
Listen, it's just like the NBA, right? The game has improved across. Okay, during the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s, it was always the Celtics, the Lakers, 76ers. Those are the names. Now you're hearing names like OKC and all of these folks.
You're not even called Chicago Bulls.
No, we're not even called those names anymore. So soccer has improved all over the world because of what FIFA is doing. And you heard what Coach Dibai said. He said when it comes to funding, we don't have to depend on the government anymore because FIFA is doing most of the funding.
Oh, so, yeah, I was impressed with that information.
That's correct. So we have no more reason that we can develop our players. All we have to do now, like you said, we're going from country to country scouting. That's what it will take to scout the best talent around the country. And hopefully now that you know who they are and where they are, how do we get them from there and put them in a spot where they will now be groomed? That's the academic piece we are talking about. So you go to Nima, you see potential 7 kids from there. Okay, they're in middle or junior high school. Now, how do you bring them on the international level to train them? You get 7 out of Nima, you get 3 or 4 out of Bong, 2 or 3 out of Bassa, Grand Cape, all of those places. How do you develop that talent now? I was hoping that when Coach Dibai comes on the next time, that he may be able to tell us what is the government or the Lone Star doing, those talent that he has scouted, that he has seen, how are they cultivating that talent to bring them up? Are they coming into an academy? Are they going to a school that we are going to now fund to make sure that they do well? I see your little dog there. It doesn't look like somebody who comes from the hospital. I see them jumping.
No, the cat went for a blood work yesterday.
Oh, that the cat. Okay, that's great. So, I mean, hopefully Coach Dibai can come back and tell us all the great talent from around the country that he's scouting. What are they doing with that talent now?
You know the guy said, fix like they got them bound. The guy said, the context is key. South Tome has 0 points. Those are basically play a high school team.
Oh Lord, listen, we'll take our victory.
We'll take our victory. Do not have victory for place.
But just
we our game will be qualified for 2026.
Yeah, but
no, you got in that zone in. One debate to us. One team got
one team is Tunisia. Now they have 13 points.
13 points.
Right.
Yeah, but it's possible Tunisia can lose 1 or 2 games. If we win all of our game, we qualify.
Oh, no. But listen,
the remaining game we win all of it.
Niggas start to me. Y'all go school going on y'all yesterday.
But listen, what would have happened if Atome have beaten us? Okay, look at the other way around. We beat them, and you're mad. What happened if they have beaten us? It would have been even worse. So we'll take our little victory. That goal the man scored, that world-class goal right there. Okay, if that was the winning goal, not only was it a winning goal, But the way he scored the winning goal, that should be on a highlight reel on ESPN, everywhere else, because that was a classic. And for the rest of his career, hopefully it will take him somewhere, because that was an excellent goal.
No, he scored. No, you know, one of the things about these international games, when they are playing these games, scouters travel. But nowadays, because our football is so substandard, prior to the war, whatever the case, Liberia will take part in the WAFU tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Our club teams, the WAFU, the African Club Championship, then the African Cup winners. So that time, Liberia used to have 3 representatives. Whoever win the national championship will represent Liberia in the African Club Championship competition. Then, if you win the knockout championship, you represent us in the WAFU. Then, if you win, I think if you come second place, if you're second place in the national league, you go for the cup winners. We will send 3 representatives in the national tournament. And what happens is that these European coaches, they send scouts to these games.
Yeah.
To recruit players from these countries. So they see you playing on the clubs, they take you. That's how the likes of in fact, how come they need to watch James Diba, George Weah, all these guys, Jonathan Sowi, Boy Charles, who's now senator. Yeah, he playing. I know you guys are in Aricos. You watch Boy Charles play there, right, Anthony? He used to call him Sowi Jonathan. I heard. He played for Asek Mimosa, right?
Never saw him play.
I saw him play. Bocha, he's not a kind of a skillful guy. He wasn't a dribbler, but he's somebody who could. Well, once you 18, he had a kind of body, just like an American footballer. Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah. He was strong. Yeah. So Bocha, yeah. So the kind of person he was, So he played. Then when he left ISEC, he went to, I think, in Switzerland. Played with Servette. It's in Switzerland. So Servette. Yeah. Yeah, but Liberia, look, we are, and it all comes from our league. We had a very good high school league. High school league was very popular. When high school league playing in session, the fees will be jam-packed, Mr. Gilman. Jam-packed. I'm not kidding. There was a game one time, I think, Cathedral and BWR. They played. That game, man. Oh my God. That game was like I and Barrow playing.
Wow.
It was, I mean, people say, oh, the poor using medals about that. I think Cathedral won 1-0. But okay, Hannah York said she saw him play.
Mm.
Yeah, she saw Bocha playing. You see, yeah. I saw him play. Play for IE, and we went to play for Lone Star and the national team. Yeah, but our leagues will be competitive, Mr. Gaiman, very competitive. And most of the players then the reason why we are 11 was successful because all the guys were playing top league. And George he and Bocha had Bocha had what do you call he had a sports firm, something. What the name of it? I forgot it. But we had Gion Pro. Then he had another sports something too. He used to scout players and send them abroad. The Prince Day were on from Bochas on the side. Yeah, all the guys then. Yeah.
But I really like the exuberance, the excitement in the county meet. If we transfer that to the national level, I'm talking about you. I don't have to tell you, Honorable George, you saw the craziness, how crazy we get about our county. When Grand Bassa County lost in Bond County, it was like we lost a member, like a family member died. The whole Grand Bassa County was dark. Yeah. That's how, and I think the same thing with other counties. When they go, they expect their folks to win. And when they go and things don't go their way, look how far Grand Gita went, right? They went to the national final and lost a close game to Lofa. I mean, we are talking about a real good game up to that level. Magibi, everybody expected a lot out of Magibi. They had a very strong team. So, I mean, the excitement in the national team, I mean,
what are your thoughts? People are saying that, like you said, since our league gone down the substandard now. Like you check the National League table now, you know who top in the league, your team like PJ United, all these funny teams that we're hearing. But Barrow, all of them way down. But I mean, I watched back in the day they had Cedar United. They were the Lebanese guys on Cedar United. All Lebanese guys in Liberia, Cedar was a team. Their color was blue and white, I think. Yeah, Cedar United. All Lebanese boys. Then you have
St. Joseph the Warriors.
Yeah, Fulani was owned by the Fula guys. Yeah, they own the Fula Manigo guys own Fulani. These are probably on Dupo Road, the Fulani. These boys then, that's where people Belgium came from. All the guys came from there. Then you had St. Joseph were owned by the Catholic people. They call them Roman Catholic boys. Yeah. Then you had Great Barman.
Oh yeah.
You had LPRC Olives owned by LPRC. Thank you, Brunel. Watch out had Mario International. Yeah, and they use star players and send them abroad. I think it was Prince Day, all the guys then. Yeah, Prince Day. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I mean, I think guys didn't know history about. That's the thing I'm talking about too. So yeah, Katijah and Bidara were high school final, and Katijah won. Thank you. Yes, I remember that game. That game, that small game, is a game. It was a big game in Monrovia. Just IE Barrow playing that time. You know.
It will come back. I mean, I saw they counted meat. This going counted meat.
So I see that somebody said that if they turn the economy into, they say okay, the economy become a national league because our economy, I see people can be supporting playing
Of course, including me.
Okay, you see they got Anthony Lafo. He won the CAF Champions League with Sundowns in South Africa. He retired now. Yes.
See.
So Anthony Snotty Lanford, yeah. Yeah.
But you know, and that would be, you see, when I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, where all the former Lone Star players, Sakpa Nyasia, everybody used to assemble. And Sakpa, what about Sekou Gomez, everybody. They would tell you the reason they moved to IE was everybody wanted to play for Barrow. But the bureaucracy, when you go to Barrow, they will tell you, oh, you picky man, you can't play, you got to sit on the bench. What they do, somebody will come and say, listen, Bernard want to see you, or Sam Bernard want to see you, and you go over there, the guy then pull you on the team, and you start shining. Then they want to come back, and the people say, nope, we are here. Murray, George, all these guys, they came from the Barrow bench.
Oh yeah, but you know, Mr. Gimen, even George Weah, you know how you took George Weah from the play against Barrow, and I think Barrow the Barrow bench Weah. That game they took Weah out of the game, and SB, yeah, man, look, this now I don't see people that love the game in like bro, man. Look, Sam Bonnet, he was a nice man. You were for IE, but guess what?
Of course,
because Barrow Practice Ground was FE, what they call on the Poo factory or FE. What used to happen when Barrow guys come practicing? They'll stop the SB house. You're living FE shocker there. They'll come to the house, they'll drink water and eat it all. Whether you're Barrow IE, you'll come to you entertain them. And during those days, you have men like TC Goo, Mabu Riches, and Sam Bonnet. And you have people like the Oman, the late Alita Johnson Francis. I mean, these people used to look.
Tamon George.
Look, I mean, look, the woman, Alita Johnson, she made Barrow a semi-professional team. Had they won that come, look, Barrow, they were going because at the time, Barrow had 3 players from Ghana, semi-professional players, signed contract with them. It was Daniel Aqua, Sam Yeboah, yes, and they had one guy from Guinea, they called Bangura. Then they had one guy called Uspoy, and he said, he was Barry. What the guy here number 5? I think Bar. I had one guy number 5. He so when the guy playing, you want to see a shinga. The man, when a shinga you see, then he lift his jersey up. Look, man. I remember when Bangura, they play one tournament. Bangura, the man took we out of the game. He bumped the man. Yeah. We are just disturbing Barrow defense. Bangura went there. But the man, I think we have the game. Put Banish on him, or he play, but not the game. It was a bit bad. Then when Barrow played, sometimes they play. They had a team when they're leading at that last minute time. They say capital sharp. The guys, I mean, you can't fasten the defense. They will clear you. Then the referee missing goal. The man was Barrow man, but the man also do the man and the man was, I think a P instructor or you something like that. The man when he give you red card, he could give you card. Then when you want sorry, he go to you at it and face you. That's right. There was one game I watched, right? SKD Complex. No, those was about Barrow fan. So this game, don't want to go shake how you play your hand. How you play they're not shaking hand. When you shake hand, we all bow down on him. So he was mad. He was telling Aki about their behavior. So guess what, man? He was so mad. He went in the stand. I give Barrow. I put score two quick goals. Then the fan go. Usually when don't go on the field when they beat Barrow, he will leave on the field quiet and lead the field. Yeah. But this Tina, he will not go. He will not go. Every time I gave Diba and the guy that got James Carroll. My man, and the guy and Shango. That game is a game. I think the Eagle Lions came from. I mean, they were 2-0. Then I think Lucky Shango scored. Then James Carroll scored. They were 2-2. The hacker that they gave Diba Barrow money, baby. Look, Diba, one guy, what the guy name? They call him Alex Blambo. The IE defense. They escorted the man from the center line. They escorted Diba. I mean, the man dribbled them. Man, look, when that ball scored that goal, I did 3-2. Look, because Dogo couldn't lead the feet. Man, Dogo was embarrassed, but when that ball scored, man, when the game ended, man, oh, Barrow, I said, money tissue, Barrow money. Yeah. Man. The people, I said, Diba, man, yeah, they play football in that country. Oh, man.
I said, I never saw him play. It was in New Jersey when this guy they call Alfred Anderson. He escorted Dubois USA to Liberia.
Okay.
He came back after that trip. He, Maurice George, Sakpa Meyer, Benedict, we said the whole group went down to Sekou Gomez. They were talking, said there's a young man in Liberia they call Silencer Diba. Say that man scored some winning goal, took off his jersey and knocked it on the ground. Say the whole stadium just went wow. I mean, when those guys were talking about this guy, I never saw him play. But just the way they were narrating who this kid was, they said he was the greatest entertainer they have seen. I mean, they know about George Weah, all that, but when it comes to entertainment, to get the crowd going, it was that guy.
Yeah, somebody telling me now. They say that the time Thomas Freeman, like scored Diba in the Hardwood tournament, yeah. The point telling me say
the Hardwood tournament.
Yeah, he escorted Diba that time, yeah. But like Eugenia is saying now, there's a shame that we don't put more interest in our fund. And that's why you see me, I'm now a big fan. I see people on Facebook all day. They take the European League, Arsenal, Chelsea. I don't see me see them all day. Just and what can hide me? You're focused on our national league. Then you're in. Look, what we should do when we are one professional, when we are playing for Monaco tonight, we will go to watch our player were playing. We watch we are playing for Monaco. We are playing for Paris Saint-Germain, for AC Milan. Watch the game live. Watch it. Go to some they play. Watch the game. So our player playing in European League, but this time, our Liberian people there, the ministers or the business people, all the people that got money, they focus on European League. We see them on Facebook there, Arsenal, Chelsea. They want. I said, what's this? Barcelona, Barca, a Barca fan. What's that, man? I think I get to me because focus on your national team. Look,
President Walker went to London to go to see go on the field. Arsenal, you remember that picture he took in the stadium, in an empty stadium, Arsenal. Okay, the message is an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
So
where man can they say the game that really hurt IE was the Budweiser tournament where IE was leading Barrow and the fans were leaving the field. Yes, and Barrow redeemed and won a game. That's true. I watched that game.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think that game had we are in that game. I thought that man we are. Yes, that game. Man, people are leaving the field already, man. Oh,
say over.
Say again, oh man, forget it. What if you realize? Hey, is it teaching? Is it a story don't change, yo?
That's right.
It don't change.
It remind me of the Miami Heat and when we were playing, the Spurs. Everybody thought the game was over. Everybody was leave. Everybody left the stadium. And the Miami Heat, when we hit that last 3-pointer, with no time left on the clock, everybody was coming back into the stadium. People said, hell no. They locked the whole Biscayne Boulevard. The people locked the gate. I mean, the whole Biscayne Boulevard, the whole Miami, I mean, were like ants outside because they had abandoned their team. Same thing, like you said about Barrow and I mean, the true fans thought the game was over. They were 2-0 with maybe 5 minutes left. There's no way, let's leave. Then you go turn around, you hear, say, oh, Barrow and score again.
Look. You see, look at Watanga FC. They play in a CAF. I mean, I happy some guys can. I mean, I'm not even. I'm out of touch. That face like the electronics saying Watanga FC playing a CAF. I was yesterday on the CAF Championship League, but lost to MC Alger in both legs. Can you imagine? Look, Mr. Given, that was to be frank with you. When Liberia clubs used to play in a CAF or WAFU thing, we always look. The club that did very well with LPRC Oilers. One point in time, Oilers almost went. I think they went as far as the quarterfinals when they against Guar. And then Guar didn't want to take them out. One guy got Peter Dawo. Oh man, that guy, man, Peter Dawo. That guy, the one that took Oilers out. Another game too. One guy they call they turn Africa best number 5, Mongoy Francois, the man from playing for Africa national team. Look, they were playing again. I think that Barrow. Who they were playing? Barrow playing one of these. I think in the club championship on SKD. I think they call double shuffle, right? No, Diba. The man rocked the man. I said the man stuck. The Africa best number 5. The man rocked the man. The man stuck in the position. Man, look, that bro had talent though. Another one too was man, look, we had talent. There you go. Sometimes I see people they can hide me. We have talent, no joke. We have talents. Yes.
But when the big teams, right? The Barrow they got so much bureaucracy. Okay, like many of you go down, you say, listen, I want to be Barrow president. I want to make some changes. They will tell you have to go to this person, go to that person. You gotta go there, and then you have to go to vote, and then you gotta run your campaign and this and that. Listen, I'm coming with my free service, right? I got resources. I love my team. I want to do this. I want to do that.
But right now they won't do it because right now you know how Barrow IE been supported. They have chat room, right? They Barrow playing tomorrow. Those in the chat room, they will ask them for money, $25, $50. They get a budget for the game. That Barrow IE been playing run right now, which is sad. Look, Mr. Gimme, yeah, they got a head Diba. They call him lost in placard. Yeah, somebody told me, change Diba when he got high. It was why when Ghana beat us 2-1, he played because they got high in from Togo, lost in placard. I think he had the head Diba. Man, look, I said they try to force Diba to play. They try to get injection to play that game at all. But you know, I heard a story. You know who stopped it? Diba gonna play. They say, but Kroman there. I know Kroman about Barrow president. Kroman went and said, my man, they our star. We need a man. We can't even have the man for the game minute.
That's right.
They started in all line to play. But that game, look, because do one of that game so bad. They beat us 2-1. They one guy, what the guy name? For Ghana. I think I saw the boy. What they call the guy? What the guy name? Abedi Pele. Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. Given, that Ghana blast that kid with a full squad. Look, I said they beat Liberia 2-1. That Mango Jala scored. They won't go for us. But look, the guy came. I mean, the guy didn't play football. They had men like George Hassan. In fact, Liberia drew a Ghana 1-1. People remember they gave Ghana penalty and people remember saved the penalty. Yes. George Hassan in Ghana. So Liberia will play the return leg in Liberia. Ghana came with a full squad. So it has some for Janvier. They had Abeti Pele. They had Abdul Razak, the golden boy Abdul Razak. All the guys then came. They came with their full squad. The goalkeeper with the guy. What did he say? George Salifu answer. Errol Salifu answer. Man, they came with their full squad, Mr. Gamer, and Lunstar came prepared to, but Diba couldn't play because Plaka lost and had Diba. So that I wanted to missing for that game. They beat us 2-1. That game helped people, man. Oh man. Hey man, that game. We lost that game 2-1. People cry. Look, before the game start, do ASKD, my man. He would come on the field with Lone Star. He would come with the national team, come on the field, my man. They would drive them around the stadium with Lone Star. Then the guy had a song, man. I think in America, Francis Vanica. Samuel Kero, so he love you. Everybody, the whole field on fire. Play. Oh, hey, man. Man, I see sense though, my man. I see somebody who have brought the spirit to Lone Star, man. I see it. The spirit, they gone, my man. Oh, we are. Yeah, man. Lone Star. I said, look, I saw the stadium empty.
Yeah, the team is. The guy said less than 6,000 people.
It's sad.
Less than 6,000 people. What?
I mean, didn't I guess not true? I mean, what you saying? We need money to pour money to lead. Local coaches, let me frank. Local coaches and players don't make anything worth mentioning. It's a shame. It's true though. We don't have the resources for to put it. Look, I want to say I want to call. I'm hosting a show soon. I talked to Sakba Myers already. I talked to Mama Musa, Benedict Wisse. We're going to talk about soccer, about how, because those guys, you see, for them, they weren't lucky. When they play soccer, football were not making money that time.
Nope.
Yeah. Long before we saw Wizard Dribbler or Mama Musa, I think you saw him play before, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that one I saw him play.
Yeah. Even before he had Kehleboe Gongloe, number 7. Wow. You had another guy they call Lone Star team, man, do those days. That Mama Musa, Kehleboe, all the guys there, man. They got man, Ben Collins. He in America.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ben. Because I saw him play here in Miami.
Yeah, teacher Agree. Man, look, we have Liberia, man. Liberia has on jet, man. I don't know, and I don't know. We are not going nowhere. We are not going nowhere today. We almost went to the World Cup. That World Cup game, people, oh man, almost went to the World Cup. But people don't understand that World Cup game. Whenever people talk about that game and say, oh, we are so that game. I say that lie. You don't understand that thing. We are imagine too money. I already gone to I accomplished everything in the world. I won all the awards. You think I'm going to World Cup? Why would I want to come by I wanted to cap my soccer career by going to the World Cup.
That's correct.
And yes, he want to go to World Cup. But again, the same Nigeria made sure that Ghana, man, yeah, we can't talk. That thing that Ghana carry, that game is a game. Ghana, the Ghanaian player were prepared to say, look, Ghana know if they once Liberia win, Liberia going World Cup. So they won't stop there, but because politics came in the game, Nigeria were there too, and FIFA they involved too. They stopped Liberia. They beat us that game, Liberia. In America when they play that game, but that game high everybody. But people don't understand. It's the person. They went up for Tito to get a recognition. Give me a break, man. That's why you stop your man, bro. But
look. Like I say, you if you can get all these guys or even half of them together, okay? Mr. Wadsworth, the historian. And you know Mr. Wadsworth?
I brought him before. In fact, like I said, I brought him before. Charles Wadsworth, right?
Yeah, Charles Wadsworth.
I brought him before. So we're playing another one. So just talk about Liberian soccer. I mean, how far they have come, you know? That was another one. When I came to America 2000, I was living Rhode Island that time, yeah. My first Iron Barrow game. Look, it was a game, man. I never knew, man. Look, when we playing Trenton.
Of course.
You couldn't see the grass.
Of course.
You couldn't see the grass. Oh, man, the people were jam-packed. But again, what happened again? Politics, suppose eating money.
Corruption.
Yeah. Look, and all the guys that we just see I play for Dubai USA, I saw most of them when I came.
Of course.
Dubai USA, they carried. How can the guy and he got talking like, bro, he got my head. Waka
Hero?
Yeah, same thing. Want Dubai USA? He got stuck there. You know, came out of America again. Yeah.
He take care of business before going.
I said, the man with Dubai USA and for that time he come by staying like bro. Yeah, Waka hero. Yeah.
Wow.
Man,
look, when if you grew up in New Jersey.
Okay, I love they got calling the players and me. Kennedy Cool, yes. Simon Mator, they call him German player, number 2. Edwin Morgan, Friday Robert. Hey, Jean Buroshaga. Friday Roberts. Washington Blade, they call him the defense minister. Boy Cooper, A1. Man, look, man, you gotta call in great players, there, man. That bro has some great players. And you know, this guy, Pew Bestman, right? What he used to do, the first time I saw him play, I saw him Mano Gomez a game, man. At that point, was inside second division. They were playing an off-season game with Barrow. Look, when we still working at teenage, so the king of play Barrow that day on ATS. They gave back. I said they picking and play Barrow. The game was 0-0. Last minute time, they gave a penalty to Barrow. Jeff and Barrow. But you had the fun now. You know about that? When the ball, he look at the ball, he put the ball down. When he got the goal, then he tell like this. He go. Oh, the man is sad. And Barrow, I think who one of the Barrow players was kill the penalty, kill the ball. The ball caught that ball. Oh, he saved the penalty. He was best man.
Jeez.
Yes. I think he saying the goal like this, like he like this, and on the sideways, and he caught a penalty. He caught best man. Then when he started playing, he would stay when they play doing all formality on the field, national anthem play. By the time Reverend Brave was going to start, he's coming from on the stadium. Yeah, it will be on fire. So, yeah.
I remember Sam Barrow going to Bassa to get Nimle. We call him Rubber Man. They said as they were in class and they brought Rubber Man out, they said Nimle has to go. Sam Barrow said, "I'm taking this young man." And Rubber Man went to Monrovia. I think he was goalkeeper for Barrow for a while. And I'm looking at the young folks play. And I'm saying to myself, wow. And some of the guys that name me, some of the players like Friday Roberts, Ben Marty, yeah, these are people that we all heard about. Most of us never saw them play, but we heard about them. They are great players. Most of the folks that you are talking about, I saw them in Trenton, New Jersey, when you are talking about when they Barrow and IE playing in Trenton, the whole town came to a standstill.
Yes.
The whole town came to a standstill to get ticket to go in.
I said I came with the first game. I said my first night in America, right? I came 2000, Barrow and IE Trenton. When I came, I said I would not miss the game because the game was I said wow I saw for that game. Your friends, you also sense the war. Your classmates them. I want you're busy there. Because all day when we're walking around the field, you're just happy. You see your friends there. You are supposed to come from all over the states to come for that game. California, from New York, Minnesota come for that one game. But now when they start playing politics, then they made it so everybody playing their own game now, their own game, man. That's the spirit of the game that went. Yeah.
Because when I went to find out, they were doing their own IE and Barrow in Philadelphia. They were doing their own IE and Barrow in North Carolina, and they just diluted the whole thing. Jealousy. Sensumo.
You see the players that got called Sensumo? Mr. Gimman. That guy, he beat Barrow 9 times 1 year.
What?
Oh, I'm telling you. Look, Barrow IE 9 times in 1 year. The man beat Barrow. They didn't man send me Barrow. What the man would do? The man would last minute time. The man would score the 1 goal. Oh, Barrow play. Last minute the man would score on Barrow. He beat Barrow 9 times. Then Alex Tio, Barrow got him from Bonridge United. They said they brought him to Mark George Weah. What they brought him for? Yeah. They said Alex Tio, your joy is a mission that you defend Barrow against George Weah. So the first time they play, yeah, he did some stopping. 1 or 2 games. 1 other game, my man. George Weah built that one. We are rock that one. Look, man, look. Then Mark Gissing, don't forget it. Mark Gissing, when the man broke his ankle, I think, we thought he was not going to play again. But when he came from, I think they came from Morocco or from Morocco, and they came from Brazil. When he came back, they kind of bought the man play. Mike Gibson, number 6, Mayfield General. Look, man. Man, look, John Weah made football look easy. Diba make it look difficult. How the guys don't play? You wanna, man, because all we have to do, just shake your body. People start dropping. People just drop, and you see him moving.
Power football.
Man, give me guys 6 more minutes ago, man. Let's enjoy the conversation.
Like the folks saying, is they don't want to talk about politics and all that. They want to talk about real life issues like what you are talking about here. Okay.
Yes.
The people want to talk about real life situation. Okay. The people love soccer. We love our team. And hopefully, I know the power people they are listening. Okay. Look at this sort of
no, but I disagree with you. You say there are good players who play in Liberia, but they didn't really perform out of Liberia. No, I disagree. Because I can tell you now, we are went to the Zenith. Diba played for AC, he played for Monaco, he played for Lille, he played for Lyon in France, all the top French division club. Then he played for Iraq, I think Iraqis in Greece. So, and we have played for AC Milan, played for Paris Saint-Germain, played for AS Monaco, played for Chelsea. So you can say they were not playing good, or they play good on Liberia now. And you have Christopher Ray. He scored at in Wembley. He scored a 1 goal that carry. I think what the club name you're playing for, sir? I think Arsenal. Yes. So you can say these guys they don't play perform all of Liberia. All they got play 4th division football in top European league. So Sylvester, I disagree with you. I hope one of you guys, y'all can now show us soccer. I want all of you to kind of talk about soccer. Y'all can talk about it. I'd love for you to do it. Y'all tell me when you want to do it. I can talk about soccer. All about soccer. Like talk about it. We'll bring some retired players and some present players.
Tomalin, you were in Monrovia. I was in Bassa, and every time I talked to these guys over here, they were telling me that the Monrovia High School League was something else. Was it that good, the Monrovia High School League?
It was very, but don't forget now, we had a kid from Warehaston.
Right.
Yeah, you play Warehaston, you had this guy, the BDI team, you had the whole Young Eagle, Sparrow and Young Eagle team were they came on BDI prep. The John Double who was money for Young Eagles, he was money for BWR. They call him somewhere, but he was John Double. Yeah, you had all the guys came from the high school league. It was very competitive. Yeah, in fact, where's almost like IU or Lone Star. Yes, but they were tough. But the school, another school that was getting tough time with this school here. What the school name, man? Another school to get in tough time too. Western team. I think that school from Bombing, CH do it. One of these schools there to get in tough time. Yeah. You know,
because I heard at some point Cathedral was very tough in Monrovia to beat.
Oh yeah, Cathedral. They supposed to say that they put using medicine. I'm telling you. Yeah. Cathedral using medicine. Man, like that. It was great. I was a good high school league. Yeah, for the camera, you say, I'll show you beat that person. You say beat that. You say, yeah.
Oh Lord! You talk to Toya Harris, and it was a BW Harris.
But to play basketball. Another one too. Let me tell you now. Okay, somebody share something. The person say nobody could hear but better than Boy Charles, which is true. Especially after Sakba left, Joe Nangwe had probably the hardest shot. That's true. Then you had the person also say, Chiniki. Hey, Alexander Chiniki Freeman. They call him Zidane. This man, when they say free kick, man, I think he was the best I ever saw. When two free kicks is always a goal. Wow. Then Friday Robber, Jean Tigana. Look, they got Hewu and Warehaston. Yes, they got no. The person know and football for 2 years. They're telling him for 2 years.
Hewu was good.
Hewu had a good team. They had a good team there. Yeah, they had some great players there. Yeah,
it's a conversation that we need to have.
Yes.
Listen, when you talk about football now, you're cutting it across no politics, because what I saw this gonna come to me. I mean, it's one of the best times of the year where folks just have fun. The women, the young men, you name it, old folks, everybody come from everywhere to support their team. And one thing I noticed about Nimba is unique outside of Monrovia.
Yeah.
Everybody you think about has some connection with Nimba. I mean, when you look at George Weah, I think you were born in Nimba, eh?
I think someone in Nimba.
Yeah, Jeremiah Cohn, Koga was born. These are not regular minor Guild people. These are people from the southeast, from everywhere else that went into Nimba to work for Lanco. So all these children were born there. You see the Bassa people there, the Crown people there, the people from Cape Mount. Everybody is there. So Nimba is very, very strong. They got a lot of supporters from all around the country.
I love what Raul Black Diamond said, and he said the commentators.
Oh yes, Henry Andrew.
They had this guy. They call what did he say? I think Grisby.
Gerald Williams.
Yeah, the guy said, if you take, what he said, one of yours on commentating, he said, you take him, he said, you take, I forgot the guy, man. He said, you're commentating the game. Your person won't lose that player. You take the person, you take away Liberia. Something the man said. Yeah, you guys are good, man. You guys know when you home, when you home, listen to the game.
You glued to the radio.
You're going to feel straight. And then, I mean, you're going to feel straight. Because it's like the man commentating the game. He said, "Oh man, look, hey man, look, I can sit down and sit down and see people talking about the European League. I can feel bad. Yeah, feel bad, feel very bad because Mr. Gamer, man, look, I enjoy my youthful days because we attended all these games. We went to the games. Garguah mentor, yes, thank you, Zagba G, thank you. The guy was Garguah mentor, one of the great may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah, very good. But what's our Gerald Wayne? Gerald Wayne was a journalist there too, right?
Yeah, Gerald Wayne. Yeah, Gerald Wayne. Yeah, another guy too.
And in the old school, that would be like Henry Andrews and those guys. They were the old school guys there.
Yeah, Cyrus Badio. You have Patrick Manjo. Hey, thank you, my man. Hey, man, I like the guys there, but if you take Boko, you take my life. Yes, that's true. Yes, what the guy said. Bokopo. Mr. Gilman Bokopo.
I knew him very well.
Bokopo. That guy.
I thought he was too short for a goalkeeper, but he was good.
I said one time, I think they were playing, somebody was playing. I think it was one-on-one. And Bokopo saved the one-on-one. The man said, take Bokopo, take away my life. On the radio. Look, I don't get the guy. Look, the guy used to, man, hey, you see our young people at this time when they go professional small, play in a small league there. When they come small people lose that, they're bluffing. Yeah. See that?
With a handful.
You're not playing that kind of top league. You're playing these soft league there in Asia. You can't like bro now. Then you bluffing now. I think I want it. Well, man, look. Yeah, I used to.
You gotta tell the story. Nobody tells the story to them.
Look, I beg you, man. Look, all of you who commenting here, I want you guys to that form. That kind of one day that talk about this. That young people hear about this story about the high school days. I beg you, man. You know, organize some show. Yes, I beg you. People will call you off. Then you can't share your experience with them. What we watch, you know, can't share with them. Most of people don't know.
No, most of the young folks they don't know because
don't know what happened.
You have, you know, like when we were growing up, this person say, I want to maybe my game after Sakwamaya, or I want to be the best goalkeeper of Circuit Gomez or something. These kids, they are not hearing anybody that they can say, I want to model my game. The only person everybody hear about is George Weah. Okay? Yeah. I don't see too many, when I go on ESPN, I don't see any clip on Salansa Diba. I don't know whether he ever played at that level where ESPN or the big BBC will have his clips. I never see any of his clips.
I saw when you're playing for, I think he played when you're playing in yeah, okay, I agree. And things like we are individual players. I agree with that. Okay. Yeah, but we have there's a clip for him. You're playing in when he went to France for you're playing for one thing called Valeries. He just score every game. I think our second division team. He score every game before they put him to they sent him to play for Monaco and thing. Yeah, man. I would love one of these days we have a good time to talk about Liberian soccer and the past and the present and the future. So guys, I'm willing, man. You organize it. I will have a whole show. We'll make an announcement about it, and I can tell you, you'll see the amount of people that will come watch the year about it. Yes.
You call Mr. Wise. He writes a lot of beautiful articles about the game.
So I will call them.
He will put it together. I'm telling you, it would be nice.
Okay. Yeah, you see, and Jim David said we have a Diva video on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for it.
Yeah. Yeah, Diva best year was in Greece when he played for man. They got it in form. You got to know the team because he played for Iraklis, I think, in Greece. Yes. Oh yeah, they got man. Look, I enjoy these guys there, man. Hey, man, I hope, but you know, guys, you're playing something, man. You're playing something. Brunel Weeks, Electronics, Actual Factual, Eugenia, Robert Black Diamond, all you guys, is Sumaro Dolly, all of you're playing something. You're playing a show. You're playing a show. I beg you. You're playing a soccer show. We're talking about soccer. All Liberian players then I would know. Let's talk about the game, about high school day. I look forward to you guys, man. You're playing a show. So y'all let me know when you have the show. We'll put a poster up. It'll be all about soccer. Talk about Liberian soccer. Maybe all people watching the European League will say, "Oh, we all knew."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, you know. I don't want. He said, "Victor Nangwe said, I want to remember that those players got all the beautiful girls."
Oh.
But now, no, Lone Star, right? At the camp, when they got the camp when on camp at SKD, man, they get in all want to play, man. Oh, I thought that play was fixed. They had a watch out there. They will be all in that play, my man. Until the point where they used to try and say, "You're playing game, you're going no woman go there." They put stop to them going there. Oh yeah, we're inviting now. We're telling one talk about soccer. We're inviting that day. We're inviting. We're letting you come talk about that days. We'll definitely do it. Yeah, we have nice time, gentlemen. Look, you'll play Sunday, man. Next week open, right? You'll play Sunday. Maybe either on a Saturday or Sunday because any day we are on fire. You'll do something. We enjoy. We'll have that show.
Yeah. Let's reach out to Mr. Wise and
I'll reach out Sakba in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Sakba, we say other guys need.
Maurice George is out there. Venetia Charlie.
He in Raleigh too. Maurice George stay around here?
Yeah. Venetia Charlie he's also in
Raleigh. Raleigh. I'll bring all the guys name. I'll go get them. Mama Musa, Belende Wisa, even Myean Jala. Where is he? Friends of Myean Jala. All the guys there.
When you get one, you will get all of them.
What I will do when I leave from here tonight, I will contact Belende Wisa. I'll tell him about it. I will call Zoka Wilson too. I will tell him say won't have a talk show about soccer or Liberian soccer. I will get my word. But next week we'll have a show for the guys now. We'll put a poster up and we'll talk about soccer. Yeah, it'll be a good thing. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll invite Dibala and we'll come down and take part. Hopefully. But it's been a pleasure, guys. I enjoyed the conversation tonight.
Okay, man. Thank you very much.
And I know the other guys know, but other guys they gotta know a lot about soccer. I get them credit. Let me recognize them, man. Look.
Yeah.
I recognize them. These guys are helping up to know a lot. Yeah, I know you got that informal. You got okay. I got let me see who I got. Let me call the person who been giving you information tonight.
You can start with Black Diamond, Robert Black Diamond.
Robert Black Diamond. Oh yeah, man informed.
Yes.
Okay, you got let me see other people there, man. I don't see the football people there. I'll talk about football tonight.
Oh yeah, you can just go up the list with Law LIB, Zakba G, Victor Nambe.
Okay.
Brunel Weeks.
You got Yvonne Iyo. You got Julian Ho. You got
you got fixed electronic. Talk about both legs.
Oh yeah. Anybody inform the man, inform the man. So that's like inform, my man.
Yeah.
You gotta inform. What?
Wow.
Gotta inform.
Actual
factor. Another one too. The guy informed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy informed. No joke. They gotta know. They know. They really were around for a long time. They know the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got all the guys there, man.
What? Samara is here. I got Eximity. Samara is here.
Kennedy Curry know the game too a lot.
Yeah.
Zagba G also. Victor Nangbe. Man, you guys.
G Davis.
Yeah, they gotta know the show, man. I enjoy y'all, man. Y'all made my day great. And my man Loscar too. Loscar, another one who know the game. You know, he know. Man, I was saying, Loscar sent me Diva video. I was sending you.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I was sending you. Well, you're a Diva fan?
Me? Yeah, but I never saw him play.
Mr. That one, Olympic in Lyon. Let me send you. Loscar sent me, yeah.
He just having to play in the wrong era when he was playing with George Weah.
No, but you know we are taking game very serious. You know, we're not joking.
Yeah, he was very disciplined again.
Opportunity, we are took advantage of opportunity straight. He blown out. He not talking about Joko. He took advantage of it straight. Yeah, and me send it to you. Me send it to you. Again, man. Yeah, that one a Diva game, yeah.
So Leo Don said Prince, some guy by the name of Prince Day.
That ball. Hey, Prince Day. That ball play for he played for one team in France.
Yeah, that's what he said here.
Okay, that one a Diva game there. That's you. Courtesy of Lord Scott. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I don't think Lord were into Lord Lord got a rep. The man know what you do.
Oh yeah. Somebody who are Louis Creighton.
He's in Georgia, the goalkeeper.
Oh, okay.
The goalkeeper for Lone Star there.
Simeon Matopa,
he was a German player. They call him German player. He's number 2 for Lone Star. He kept that number 2 wing. In fact, many people don't know that. Liberia even had a do bros on Brazilian. Oh yeah. They call them Nascimento and Carlos Sergio. They brought 3 Brazilians. The natural last name was Liberian. I think one of them was number 9 and one was defender. I think yeah. Dope. Oh yeah. Yeah. Do brought player from the company play for Lone Star. Do into the game. Natural last Brazilians. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you see, Diba and Guinea, that's my area, messing me. Yeah.
Yeah, Jean Locke, Jean Bodywork Caro. You got all kind of names.
Caro, I think he was in France. Yeah, tall black guy. He had like kind of bow-legged foot. Bodywork, but he came on defense in Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey man, I mean, all the person helped me. That's true. Corinne Mongio said, "Prince King from Bastia of France." Yes, that's true. Yes. Vaman Poto, another defender too. Yes. Oh, the person know. Oh, the person very informed too. Look at the person. The Brazilian, Zagba G Sergio and Nascimento. Yeah, that's true. The Brazilian that do naturalized. Yes. I said, yeah, look, y'all got me in Ziare Tule now. In Ziare Tule. We'll do it, man. I beg you, man. Y'all inbox me, man. Y'all play something next week. Talk about soccer. We'll talk about soccer. Everybody we'll pack the next pool like soccer will be here that day. We'll talk about soccer, yeah, man. We'll talk about 1 year history. Then they put in today. Maybe when they listen to y'all, they will stop. Yeah. Stop talking about too much European League in it.
We need
Black Diamond, trust me, I will do it. I'll put that show together next week. We'll put that show together.
Yeah.
Y'all got me. Y'all got me already as I
ready. Got your blood boiling and ready to go.
They put that commenting. They put that who knows who watch who they are historians because they know other people calling that real people. They're talking real stuff. So say Robert Isaiah Lincoln. Oh yes. Man, we'll do it, my gentlemen. We'll do it. We'll put it together. So yeah, watch out.
As a petite, aka German Zoo. Somebody would have needed. As a petite. German Zoo.
See the guy said Tiba play for the I know the one I just seen it tonight. Tiba play for the highest club number of clubs in Europe, the inner all Liberian players. Yeah, okay, he play for Nice, for I think he played for Monaco, Lyon. He played for Timo.
Wow.
Oh yeah, thank you. Lawson, you'll get Sagba and Vinicius Charlie. Okay.
Good.
And also you will get Ansu, Simon Mato and Mula. Very good.
Oh yeah, that's a great group there.
Yes, we'll get the guys, man. We'll have fun, gentlemen. You work towards it. We'll have fun. Mama Blamo, hey, they're calling a great war.
Who are Mohamed Polo? Who is that?
Mohamed Polo. He was I think he was Ghanaian. Hey, you're a Ghanaian, I think Ghanaian player. Okay, this guy, Mozart Zenet was he's a veteran Liberian camera what do you call it? Camera artist.
Photojournalist.
Yeah, photojournalist. Yeah, man. I'm sure you guys know a lot of stuff in his arsenal.
Oh, you got pictures.
Yeah, the man saying, hey, he calling Atofa, Alex Teo, James Weir, Massa Gion, fucking Nippy, Waka Heron, Paul Bro, Sato Maria, Yantu Brown. Hey, man, look. The guys didn't know the team, man. Look, hey, man.
Waka Hero was my best number 7. I can tell you that one.
In like, bro, the man went pro. What you say? He come out.
Oh,
the man went like, bro. What you say? He got people correct. You go there. He's there. I'm telling you. For the time I want to do, I say he come out. Waka
now Waka was the real deal, but man, when you talk about number 7, that was the real deal. That Jesus, this guy.
Oh yeah. We'll have a good time. I got a lot of people that man, the guy will give me fair tapla send some more Bedford Expole on LPRC. Yeah, the man look. I saw you guys made my day, man. I will sleep good tonight. I made me feel good. I enjoy it. Man, look, I eat soccer too much. That one want to see people doing European stuff and get mad. I'm not to see it. Guess what? Baga. Arsenal. They want it. I said, what's this? I talk about all those stuff over. Yeah, man. I enjoy. You made my day, man. I'm too happy, man.
We got off politics today, and this is good stuff.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yes,
this is good stuff.
We'll have 3 hours straight. We'll talk about football. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about football. People will call in. People will come and get involved. We'll send links to people. Man, they got it. Musa Dene, M. Trinity Polo. You know Trinity, right?
Yeah.
Musa Dene Polo. Solomon Joe, Matthew Brown. Yeah. Matthew Brown is in North Carolina. Solomon Joe is in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Samuel Toe.
Yeah.
No, let me see. Zeze Roberts. Who is that?
Zeze Roberts. Yeah, he played for Gion Professional and he played for Lone Star. Yeah. But you know, hey man, I wasn't here for before we leave, man. Tell me, maybe I was in Liberia when I heard that he passed away. One Lone Star, one Barrow IE game, right? Sekou Gomez.
Oh yeah.
Sekou Gomez. What happened, man?
A very good friend of mine. They came from an event in Prophet and Rhode Island.
Okay.
And he was on his way back to Pennsylvania, and they say he fell asleep.
He was driving?
Yeah, he was driving, and his car ran off the road and slammed into several trees, and he died on the spot. Mm-hmm.
Damn it! When Liberia heard that thing I did there, now so it was a breaking news on Liberia that day.
Yeah, I mean it was a terrible stuff.
Wow.
Very good friend of mine. Actually, he ran against me for the Liberian community president of New Jersey, and I beat him.
Oh, you're president here before, right?
Of course.
Ah, that's good.
I ran. Sekou Gomez ran against me, and that what they will tell you, that was one of the greatest campaign political event in the Liberian community ever. We had Sekou Gomez had Dusty Wolokoli as his campaign manager. Yankwes Zeze Wito. I mean, you talk about Tom. I mean, the whole Lone Star.
Yeah.
And I selected Onika Mensko as my vice president, the first female young woman that ever became vice president. We went against those guys and beat them. So we became very friendly. We're very good friends with his wife, Nima Burr, at the time.
Oh, Gomez was married to Nima Burr?
Nima Burr, yes.
Over Joe?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Married to Nima Burr until his death. That's correct. In fact, the big rumor in New Jersey was Nima Burr voted for me during the election. And up to now, that particular rumor never got out of Sekou Gomez's head. Yeah, never. Yeah, nice guy. Died unfortunately. He was driving with his son, and the kid survived. Yes, the kid survived.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
Yes, man. Look, you guys, you're there plenty show. I beg y'all. Any information y'all get, y'all inbox me. We want to do a show next week. We'll start giving publicity to the show. We'll put it up on our pages. We'll fly it up.
And everybody else can.
Y'all can chime in that day. We have a very good soccer show. People tune in and listen to us. I mean, I really, you guys made me so. I know you guys are so informed about the soccer that is. I'm too proud of you guys, man.
We don't want only the players that if you are former referee, linesman.
Yes.
We want you to be in because some of the decisions that were made, because I know at one time when we were growing, they used to chase referee, right? Remember they used to chase referee before FIFA got involved.
Oh yeah.
Barrow lose, all the Barrow people.
But also game one time, Sparrow and IE, and I think they had one referee called Jacob Gito. He was smart in the body, and that time they played, and the man said, "I think Sparrow beat IE 3-1." My man, I think I was board charged. He got it. I mean, they got him over the referee man. What for him? They beat the guy. The small guy, they put him in the air. You know days, you play. No, you know days. You don't play with IE and Barrow Guinea.
No.
That one when they say that Barrow IE play on team, and if you look find out who the ref the game, either they will find Mason Go or the late Mark Dormer, the chief referee. Because they won't get that game. And we got that game. People will be betting all. In fact, it will start on the game Sunday. From Monday, they will start talking about that game. And they will start talking about that game. Look, then man, everybody betting now. Then if in your home, in our home in tomorrow, we the Barrow fan we dominated the IPO in the house. But doing it when they play that game, we divided in the hustle.
That's right.
IE one side, Barrow one side. On everybody, we talk about that game there. Then I mean, serious debate. You all thought your own brother because I ain't Barrow business. Yeah. Then when we go to the game, look, I say, man, look, when you go to the game, when the game over, hey, forget it. Look, I want brother. Whenever they beat Barrow, look, when they teach the man, he was choking the person. He said, you start. I said, oh my God, you get my on fire. I said, oh, no, they put on for Barrow. What?
I really want to hear from referees. Let's see, if you know any referee, let them call you or we'll contact them. Linesman, those people who used to be the linesman, yeah.
Your farm Mason go Raymond Orland. Thank you, Lord. Okay, God, yeah. We want Mason go Raymond Orland. I say he's a pastor now, but he still can't talk about it.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll get them. I beg you, man. You gotta have a good sports show next week. Let's get it going. Talk about Lone Star. I can bet my head. Even he can you watch the show. We are watching the show. We'll put a poster up. They will see it, and maybe he will even chime in. We'll try to get us in. Come tell us more about the game. You know.
I see. Mozart talking about some of the referee Jacob Gito.
Ellis Nabo.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, don't forget a skipper, President Doe. No, not loud. Doe, you know, and again, as I play the win. And he was cool. And now the captain band. Look, when I watch that, why won't you do that, please? But to get the ball, man. Everybody scared of the man. He dribbling.
CSC.
When enjoy you for them.
Oh man!
But guys, man, thank you for the night, man. Well, good night.
Yes.
You're planning this show. I promise you guys, we'll plan it next week. Once we get all the people together, we'll plan it. and we got a good show coming up. And I can tell you, we won't no politics that day. So football on that day, football.
That's right.
And people get maybe like Eugenia say, maybe we unite people together because you realize all the politicians kind of they all got teams, and, you know. So we look for. But Mr. Gimme, why you came to the States?
Oh, I came here when I was very young, right after the coup.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
I came June 10, 1980.
Well, so that means you wasn't in Liberia when Liberia played Morocco, right?
No.
They beat us 5-0, yeah.
No, man, I left when I was 19 years old.
Yeah, okay. They beat us 5-0. And that game, I thought Santa Maria were playing in France. I think that game, Liberia don't you that when you drink a game, you drink water. The man come water on the sideline and say, oh, the man, Liberia food is up. I watch you give him. I
heard that joke.
The man come water on the man make on front. You got to drink water on the feet. They beat us 5-0. Yeah, Morocco 5-0.
I know. I heard the joke that they said the Liberian tactical team they got together and said, those guys from Morocco, we need to bring them to Liberia when it's so hot.
But guess what? They brought the people beat us 5-0. One guy called Chicha.
That's what I heard. If you knew the people from the desert, then you would say
the people they are 5-0. No joke. Man, look, the football like man, and I brought in our professional team from France, Santo King, and I grade them all there that time. I grade Santo Maria, Anthony Gray. You have Paul Bro. We are playing Germany.
Yeah, Paul Bro. That one I remember.
All them playing there. The King had the girl 5-0. We say okay, your stand at here.
Yeah, for someone to say let's play the Hearts on 2 o'clock. Hot.
Okay, 5-1. Okay, yeah, 5-1. Okay, yeah.
They said the song was hot.
Yeah, how song the people beat us. We'll play again. How song? People say, "I bring it." On Anthony Thomas Turner, give us 5-0. 5.
If you were on that tactical team that made that decision, please come on here and tell them why you were
the person know the game. The person Zagba G said the game started 2 o'clock. Like 2. 2 o'clock. 5-0.
How do people call it? I think their name is like, I didn't say Fox, Desert Fox or something like that. The people in the desert, you go
Atlas of Morocco. The Atlas.
Atlas of Morocco, yeah.
Other Lions of Morocco, yeah.
You could bring somebody from the heat and say, you from the tropical, you from the jungle, you're going to the people from the desert, let's bring them in the heat.
People get off 5. I said the people get off 5. I said, you said the people bring the ball out of school. 5-0. And we have our top player there. We have Paul Bro. We have Beru Collins. We have Santos Maria. We have all the guys in the game. Waka Hero, all the play that game. Waka Hero on there. Yeah. Saba Myean, they all play that game. Clay Andrews, they all are in that game. They beat up.
It may go out for water.
Yeah. The man have water on the sideline. He said, oh, I said, but what I said when I said, Labra, man, look, when I was just close, man, because they didn't know that it's not going to have time to drink water.
Yeah, but the idea that you would bring a man in the heat, he said they can't stand. We will beat them with the heat. Can you imagine? Nobody in that team that said, my man, he got them from Morocco, or from wherever they come from. They're in the desert. That whole area, nothing but the Sahara desert.
Then one time too, I think they gave an offer to play for Liberia to go train in I think in Morocco somewhere. Morocco, I think Brazil, Morocco. Liberia, no one they had problem with those. You know when so they sent defense invaders. When defense came back, let me tell you that for now. They came back. I said they played Barrow in Habel. That day. Yeah, I'm protecting the guys in my man. They from Morocco now. They say it'll be the new Lone Star now. Saying Lone Star player there. Lone Star player was saying, your play get all money. Your girl will leave our family for go. They said no. So the post they said they're not going.
That's right.
So they sent the army team defense invaders. When they came back, they said the first game will play against Barrow in Habel. My man, they get them 4-0. the coach very good thing. I thought Coco would that. Hey Coco. Hey yeah. Yeah.
They get a new Lone Star 4-0.
They get them 4-0 on their feet. 4-0. And they had good players now. They had Isaiah Lincoln, Benedict, Jonathan, Butterworth Carroll. They had a good team. They get them 4-0. Yeah. And when I say, oh, I put your Lone Star, you're making a big way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get them 4-0. Yeah.
You got your football history down pack.
Oh yeah. Since I'm a Gazi said, Margo used to come and try to beat Labro. They gotta know the game, man. Oh no. Yeah, you got me on day, man. I'm feeling good tonight, man. I'm feeling good. Oh,
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Good conversation. Yes. Enjoy you. You guys know history of soccer, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay.